If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm from, I don't like the way a lot of the fans are. A lot of the people, we didn't have that team when we were kids, and so a lot of them didn't even know shit about hockey. And then all of a sudden, they were all hockey experts. So they just rubbed me the wrong way. The same way with the damn Tennessee Titans fans. It's the same way. I don't like neither one of them. So that's why. But I'm telling you, man, I like the Ducks, man. I'm a big Frank Vetrano fan. I'm a big Mason McTavish fan. I love those damn Tennessee Vol orange jerseys they wear, bro. The white ones and the orange ones. And when I was a kid, I told you, man, the way I even got into hockey is because of the Mighty Ducks, the movies, the Disney movies, all that stuff, because we didn't have it around here. I didn't know. So I got into it, man, and that's why. And, like, I keep watching the Ducks, and I find myself, I watched that Ducks game last night, man. I watched almost the whole damn thing. They won an OT.
Which we said they were going to win.
I did take a little parlay. That's funny you said that, because I did do a little parlay in-game with Ducks Preds money line, and it binged for me on that one. And then I woke up this morning, dude, and found out that I had a pretty good day in hockey. I got kicked in the head in college basketball. I hate college basketball. Oh. But I had a pretty good day in hockey, man. And I wound up, they had a profit boost on a parlay last night. So I just started messing around for the late game to throw one in. I threw one in a little plus 29.11. Bink. Right in the mouth. A little half unit there. Made some back.
They'll save a little bit of your day there. A good morning, Gas Station Burrito. Gas Station Burrito I saw last night. I was in Beardo. I went to Beardo stream. He's playing a little NHL, or not NHL, golf. He's playing the new golf game.
Ooh, okay.
It's just funny to watch Beardo play, like, anything that's not a first-person shooter.
Right. Fair enough.
You know, because it's like, you know, he's not good. He gets better. He shows that he's a good gamer because he gets better as it goes. But, yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny watching that. The guy he had, X-Wing, was streaming with him, and he knows how to play the golf.
Right.
So he kind of got hustled. Tough. He kind of got hustled a little bit there.
That's all right, man. Good content. Good content.
Oh, it was. It was good seeing him. He'd mess up a shot and just get pissed off.
Get fired up. I bet he's like me. Beardo's like me. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Game On. This is your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I am your host, Krieger, for sportspicks.locals.com. And joining me, my co-host, Heavy Steps. Will is on the mend this morning, man. I guess he's going to sleep in there. He deserves it, man. That man's busy wide open all the time. I can't believe that damn Oregon money line came through.
Yeah, I forgot what I had said about that. But
I mean, that's what he wants to sit here and say. It ain't like I was up here beating the damn shit now. Oh, and we'll talk about the Alabama, Kentucky over-under in a minute. But that's the only one I was beating my chest on. The Wisconsin one, I'm like, I like them. I like them. They play at home. Oregon plays like shit on the road usually. All this stuff. Hell, they were up by 17.
Cricket. If we won them all, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Dude, that's what I took a couple college basketball kicks my head in, dude. I did lose all 4 of my multi-unit plays yesterday. I had a 2-unit play in the NBA. Nuggets are dead to me. I had a 5-unit play on that damn over in the Alabama-Kentucky game. Bro, I had over 180.5. They missed a combined 37 three-pointers and a combined 10 free throws and scored 179 points, and I lost that damn thing
179.
Dude. And here's the thing. They had a chance to get it over. They had a chance to get it over, and this dude drives down under the rack. He does some stupid little, looked like an and-one bounce pass or something, and he gets fluttered up with like 25 seconds left, and the game was 2 out of reach where there's no need to foul. You know, you're up by 13 or whatever, and so they just dribbled the last 23 seconds out. I'm like, somebody shoot one from half court. At least, I'm not saying you got to go for layup, but throw me one up from half court and give me a chance.
Yeah. Win my bet for me, please.
Yeah, the Lopes in the shoebox wasn't even close, dude.
Yeah, I got in on that one late. I showed you guys that line movement on there late on that. Somebody came in and steamed it way down.
It did come down, didn't it?
Yeah, it came down like 2 or 3 points, like in the last hour.
48.5's the lowest that I saw. I may have went lower than that because it wasn't the last hour when I saw it. I bet it way earlier than that. And I told you, support. I've been telling y'all this. I've been telling you. You can go back and clip it and find your timestamps and all that stuff. But I've been telling y'all that probably the best play was going to be overtime. I'm not saying NHL. NHL, I've done pretty well because I get a lot of plus money bets and stuff like that. And NBA, I've actually done well, which is crazy because I hate it. But NCAA, I've told y'all, the long-term play in this is going to be to fade my NCAA picks, man.
It's so volatile.
It's so volatile, man. Seriously, you ain't even got to pick your own. Like, really, if you had faded every one of my NCAA picks so far, you would be up probably 25 units or better. Straight up, swear. Like, you look like the only thing that's really tearing me down, because I like to, I do it all individually with the NHL, NCAA, and NBA.
Yeah.
I do it all individually, but I also have a combined thing because I'm betting it all every day anyway. So I keep it combined too. And the thing that's dragging me down is the damn 20 units I'm down in the NCAA.
Yeah. No, I'm down. Lifetime and NCAA, I'm almost 100 units down. Everything else other than NHL and NCAA.
I don't even want to think about Lifetime. I don't even want to think about that. I tell you what, I would love to only be down 100 units in NCAA basketball Lifetime.
I'll take it.
That means I would have been on a tear.
NHL, I'm down 64 units. And guess what? I started the year down. Well, leading up.
I love that you know all these Lifetime numbers. You're one of my favorite people, man. I love that your brain's like mine because you can find these notebooks, and I got shit wrote down from like 2016 and stuff. I love that you got all these Lifetime numbers.
Well, here, I'm going to show you. Actions does all the work for me here.
I've never. Damn it, I set you up. I set you up to talk all this shit right here. Damn it. I try to give you props, and I set you up to talk shit.
See, all this green here. I'm green and everything. Look at MLB, baby.
Yeah, green and everything.
Until you get down here. NCAA, down 91 units. NHL, down 64. Now, I will say this. It probably won't work. Buku has dug me out of a hole.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I think I've picked up about 26 units since I started listening to Buku about hockey.
I did. I went 5-1 in hockey yesterday. The only loss I had was the damn the Blackhawks. Who the hell were they playing yesterday? Okay, but I took the over in the damn game. I can't remember who it's all running together. There's a lot of games been looking at, but I had the over. They lost 5-1, and so we lost it by the hook. And actually, I took it up. I think that was one. No, that one actually was at 6.5. I thought I took it up all line. Let's say hello to our friends, man.
Yeah, got a lot of people here in this morning. B-Mac, what's going on this morning? Supporting Electron. Had a bounce back day yesterday. I'll have to take a look at that this morning. Supporting Mott's in the house. Patriot. Where you been, buddy? Need to talk some Duke College baseball today. Maybe you have a part. I think we keep missing these parlays by one leg, Patriot. But it's going to be okay. You're going to get.
Are you betting them individual too?
No, they're juiced.
Okay,
most of them are like 200. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then good morning, Buku. Buku, like I was saying, I need to pull up how my day went yesterday because he saved my day. I think we were up 10 units in NHL yesterday. Could have been much larger than that. We had a 3-leg. You all had a 3-leg alt line parlay where you guys because you
yeah.
And I had to take the money line parlay.
I was going to say it would have been juicy with all of them on the money line.
It was like plus 1,200, right?
Yeah.
The last leg of the 3-legger was the Blues Winnipeg. Blues
they scored like 11 seconds left to save our ass. Oh man, I was talking to the boys at that time. I was talking to the boys, so I couldn't. I had one game on back there, but I just had the scoreboard pulled over here because I'm FaceTiming with them, and I see that they scored to make it 3-2 with like just over a minute left or something. And I was like, there may have been 50 seconds, but I was like, damn, we're going to get through. And I just was talking to the boy, wasn't paying no attention. I looked back over and saw 11 seconds left, 3-3. I was like, and that was one of the ones I had on that plus 29-11 parlay.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I didn't realize they had a profit boost. They had it hidden down in the promos. Sometimes they usually put those up top, but it was like hidden. Yeah. I was like, I can't waste this, man. And so I put it in there and I was wanting to take the Hurricanes and I wound up backing completely off of it. And I was like, you know what? Austin Matthews might just be pissed off or something. William Nylander might be pissed off or something. They might come out firing. And they did. They played well. So I took the damn Maple Leafs money line, took the Canadiens money line, took the over 6.5 in that damn that Jets game, and then took the Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5 at plus 120. All plus money picks on the 4-pick parlay. Man, we love that, dude. Well, I woke up with about 14 and a half extra units in the account than I expected this morning. I really thought I got my head kicked in. I was waking up kind of salty, logged into the account, and I was like, I had to rub the sleep out of my eyes. I was like, what did we hit?
I love how that's you. I mean, I know you keep track of everything, but you just measure it by what your account looks like in this morning.
There's a number that starts the day, and there's a number that ends the day.
So that three-legger we had, it was on the alt line. We were on the blues, but I had to take the money line. So that parlay died because there was, I think, the Kraken, even though they were plus 200 on the money line, they didn't cover the 1.5. We did hit the money line of plus 200.
Yeah.
But the last leg of my parlay was the Blues. Blues take a late lead, go up 1, and then freaking Winnipeg scores with 21 seconds left to go to overtime.
I didn't realize you.
Then it goes to shootouts. It goes to shootouts.
Yeah.
And the Blues lose in the shootout to my Winnipeg Jets.
Dang, man. I didn't realize you had
my first fan as Winnipeg Jets.
Show them. You got gear now, man. Show them.
Yeah. Can you see?
Dude, that's sweet. I don't know if y'all see it back there in the corner here. Let's do this. We pull this down. Might be able to see it.
There it is.
Get better. There we go. Look at Steph's. Steph's a Jets fan, man.
That's right, baby.
Let's go, baby.
So my first day as a official Jets fan, they kill my parlay.
See, I thought you were with it because, like I said, I had the over 6.5 just because we knew that even if the top netminders played, we were like, hell, they ain't gonna be sharp. Then they wound up sitting them both, and it was like, hell, oh, what up, Master? How you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Morning.
And let's see, what up, Nosh? How you doing, man? That looks like a new face in there. I don't recognize that one, but we're glad to have you, sir. Welcome in and good morning to you, man.
Duke's been killing Patriot.
Dude, you put him on the list, Patriot. You put him on the no bet list, and you don't. I'll put him on there.
It's one of those things where it's so bad you think it's got to get good,
dude. And you have to do this stuff. Like my no bet list, it starts with Toledo in college football. It goes right down to Xavier in men's college basketball.
Toledo.
I'm telling you, I don't bet.
What are they doing on your list? What are you doing betting a lot?
Because I think I paid for their athletic program in about 2017 with all the money I lost on them. It didn't matter. It's the thing. The way you get on the no bet list is not that like I'm betting on you and you're losing. Like that's not. It's winning.
Oh my goodness.
What they do?
This had to hit big time. Kraken was plus 200. Blues money line.
It was plus. It was like
Columbus Blue Jackets. They were
Columbus. The puck line for the Blue Jackets was probably decent.
It was plus 150.
That's who the damn Blackhawks played. I couldn't remember.
So in the round robin, that would have been good.
Dude, I think I got to do some more of these round robins.
Yeah. I've never bet one. I've seen other people bet it, but I don't know. You know how I am. I'm conservative.
Oh, Buku give you a shout out. He said, Crick, wait till you see this sweatshirt Steps hook me up with. Buddy, what you don't know, I've probably been seeing these pictures, man, the different things you've been hooked. I ain't got to see him in person, so I ain't got to see him in real time yet, but he's been sending me some pictures saying I'm sure it is sweet. You got pretty good taste, Steps. I'll give you that.
Mitchell and Ness. So, it's got.
Dude, I love that. Those are my favorites. I love those. Y'all know the story about all my flat bills getting stolen and shit, but I used to have a bunch of those, man. I like those Mitchell and Ness.
It's the one that says release the Kraken on it.
Let's go. Okay.
Right?
Love it, dude. Love it. Let's go.
Buku's gonna, he's gonna look good and feel good at that game.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, dude, talk about like you were saying about the number earlier. I just look at the account or whatever because it's like, yeah, like I post the pics and I track all those numbers for y'all. But if I'm having a day like I did yesterday, well, that's why I put that damn NHL parlay, and I was so pissed off about that fucking Alabama game. I thought I was gonna go on tilt Steps. I thought I was about to just like start hammering. I was like, don't, dude, you know better than this, cricket. I get so mad at myself when I do that. It happens about 2 or 3 times a year where I just have a day where I'm just fired up because I'm losing by hooks and things like that.
Yeah.
So I just like, all right, whatever. I can't lose them all. I promise you absolutely can lose them all.
It's the like yesterday. I pumped my chest all week. 2 weeks ago, I told you guys money on the floor in Orlando in MLS. And Buku's having this great, like just making me money hand over fist. I should just be so happy. But because the one play that I was so confident about didn't win, it just made me depressed. And my Atlanta United even won. At least they got me that. But dude, Atlanta United's going to be.
Did Messi score a goal yesterday?
I think he had an assist.
Okay, because I was watching on DraftKings at the last say they had a Messi goal boosted from plus 140 to plus 200. And he just scored in the last game, right? The first game of the season or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I was like, That
Anytime
feels
a
like
Messi
a
goal
crap
is
if I've
boosted,
ever seen one. They're boosting a Messi goal up. I thought about it. I was like, man, I should go bet him for an assist right now. Because he does all that shit where he jukes half the team out and he'll get up there and he just lays it off to somebody in front of the net.
Yep.
And it's
Listen, MLS, man, they've got, I mean, I know Messi's on the tail end and they're bringing some guys like him. I mean, but they're getting eyes on the league worldwide. And there's some young guys like Atlanta United brought in Latte La from he played in the championship league. It's the league right under the English Premier where you can, most you're going, he's Middlesbrough, so
overseas,
he was on
you're a stud, yeah.
I mean, now he's $22 million transfer.
You see a lot more of this, dude. You used to always see these guys, some of the stars in the MLS would go overseas on transfers like that. You weren't seeing a whole lot of, I feel like the first one I really remember was like Thierry Henry when he came over to play for the New York Red Bulls, man, after being the superstar he was over there and everything. You didn't see a lot, but you see a lot more of that now with these superstars coming to this league. So it's got to be growing, man. I mean, I know they're usually past their prime a little bit. They're not in the peak of their careers usually, but they're still good attractions. Yeah.
I mean, but like the Latte La guy, he's 22 million. It was a record signing for MLS. He was outstanding last night for Atlanta United, and he's only been training with the team for 2 weeks. He scored a header off of a set piece, then had a putback, but had so many chances. So, telling you,
is that stuff? Dude, I'll be honest with you. I've never. I do enjoy soccer. I played soccer. I do enjoy it. And I really love watching like World Cup and Euro and all that. I love the international tournaments, the best on best. I do. I don't watch a lot of Champions League just because usually it's at a weird time and I forget about it.
Yeah, it's like 3 PM.
Yeah, I just forget about it most of the time. I know y'all love that stuff.
MLS on a Tuesday or Thursday.
Pretty good. Watch is the MLS. It's got to be better than it used to be.
Oh yeah, like I said, they've got some high level guys now. Not just Messi. I know he's Messi, but you can't survive a league on bringing in guys like that for the rest of existence, right?
Right.
You have to build. They're starting to build homegrown players with each or within each organization, and then you're starting to see younger guys, and then being able to pay the money to have them transfer, like a Latte La.
Before they didn't have that money.
No, before they didn't have the money, and then you see Atlanta United had 65,000 fans there last night.
Dude, that's a lot of folks.
I mean, they have the third largest crowd size for a soccer match.
Do they play at Mercedes-Benz?
Yeah.
That's a lot of folks for a soccer game, dude.
Yeah. So you start there, know.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of new stadiums being built for MLS teams. You see they've expanded with that in Charlotte, and I think did Nashville get it? Austin got a team. So MLS is not a top league. I mean, they're probably maybe top 5, like 5 or 6, like fringe there, but they used to be like not even on the map. So
right.
When America does things, we do it best. It's just going to take some time.
Take some time, man. Take some time. But it definitely seems it's heading in the right direction. What's up, Drifties? How you doing? It says, glad football season's over. That means summer is on its way. And I called you Nosh a little bit ago, man. I just realized what your name said. No skin in the game. I like that. No skin in the game there. Well, no skin. He says you're going to play the Shannon Sharp sound. Here you go, man.
Oh, God.
I don't know why they like it, man. They do. They love that one. Good seeing y'all in here, man. I'll tell you what. This is the thing. Last week we took our Sunday off. We need a little refuel day, man. We did need a little rejuvenated day. Wasn't a whole lot to talk about. But Sunday morning shows are one of my favorite shows, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like we get a lot of our different friends in here that maybe not available during the week. They might be working. Maybe they're watching, but they can't interact in the chat and stuff like that. Sunday morning, I feel like we get a lot of folks in here hanging out with us and stuff. It's always a fun time, man. We find some winners. Love it. Love it, man. We're going to find some winners. Dude, we got a massive-ass slate again today.
In hockey, a lot of back-to-backs, Buku was telling me.
Yeah, we got a lot of back-to-backs. We got it's not a big slate in college basketball, but there are a few games I want to look at. We want to talk about, dive through action reports. So we got another big slate in the damn NBA today. I got a couple games I like that I want to ask you about, mainly totals. I tell you what, I think I got to stay away from picking damn sides in the NBA. I just want to pick totals, man.
I've got 2 totals to play today. One is just the reverse line movement, move 4 points overnight. So we'll talk about that.
Well, let's go. Where do you want to start, man? I did a couple quick stories. I did see and I didn't realize this, man. This is pretty cool. I love that the NHL is getting bigger. I do. I think that it's really growing. The salary cap is going up next year. It's supposed to continue to go up the next few years. They got more money to go around. The game's growing. You got more people interested in it. I love that. Well, apparently, the NBA and the NFL always, especially the first round, always has the commissioner up there. It would be Commissioner Goodell or whoever announcing the picks. Well, the NHL apparently has had, now the last few years, last year they went to the Sphere because they knew they were going to be doing a new format this year and everything. They want to close out with a bang. It was a good deal. But apparently, every time somebody goes, no matter what sport, UFC, NHL, whoever it is, everybody goes to that Sphere one damn time, and they talk about how much money it costs to have to rent that thing out and all the different shit. And I don't think anybody's really making money besides the people owning the damn Sphere.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird, even when concerts are there, it's weird.
And it's like, in that UFC that was there, it was cool, but it didn't live up to, in my opinion, it didn't live up to the hype that they built it up to and all that stuff. But apparently, starting next year, Gary Bettman, who has been the commissioner of the NHL since 1993, and he's not exactly a fan favorite, bro. That's what he already told me. He's like, look, y'all asked for it. All the clubs said, hey, we would like to have this. We'd like to have the commissioner up there announcing it and stuff. And so he said, okay, whatever. Y'all want to do it? Because apparently this guy, every time he gets a microphone, he gets booed by all the fans. I guess he's made some real questionable decisions over the last 30 years.
I mean, a lot of them do. Goodell gets booed a little bit.
You can't please everybody. And
exactly.
you gotta figure you gotta make some tough decisions, especially if you've been doing it for 3 damn decades and all that. But the guy even said, he was like, look, I don't need any more exposure. I got more than I want as it is. He's like, but if y'all want me to get up there and announce the guys, I'll do it. Yeah. So I think that's good for the game, man.
Goodell's always fighting for the greedy owners too. So it's almost like there's some stank on him just from that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's his job.
He totally feels like one of those guys. He 100% feels like he should be an NFL team owner. He's got the look. He's got the same persona. He looks like one of those guys. No wonder he's been the commissioner as long as he has. That's their guy.
Remember in COVID, he did the draft from his basement.
Golly. That's what they were talking about. They're actually, these people are like the teams. Before, I guess some of the teams had to have representatives like there because the teams would announce their own picks and stuff. But now they're going to be able to do it more. The last couple of years, they've had to do it. Maybe not last year, or maybe they did do it last year because of COVID and stuff. They've been doing it like remotely,
Gotcha.
Apparently now all these people can meet at their actual team facilities, and they're going to do it that way. So they'll be on. You see, you got people on video boards and stuff, just like the NFL and everything. I guess the NHL has not been doing it that way, and they are going to now. And I think that's why not, man. It's worked for the other two games. Your game is growing. There's no doubt about that. And if the NBA is not careful, they're going to screw around. They'll wind up falling behind the NHL, man. I think that's going to be hard. And y'all may think I'm a damn fool for saying that because the NBA is so big and it's international and all that stuff. But so is hockey. And at this point in time, dude, where hockey's got to focus on is growing the game in America. And they've done that the last 2 years, dude.
Yeah. I think they'll have a little bit of trouble because a lot of the guys that they draft are high schoolers, right? Like real young guys. But they probably play in the juniors and stuff like that.
I'll have to look at this. The NHL is one of those weird. It's kind of like baseball.
Baseball draft is.
You have the draft in. See, when is this?
June? With the internet, though, the baseball draft, you can look at the guys. You can look at some of the top guys.
I guess it just feels like the NHL is kind of like baseball in the middle of the season because they take such a short break and those guys turn around and they're on the roster. I was thinking that. I feel like these guys could be drafted the year before or something to the right. I had talked to Buku, and I got to dive in better than this because this is terrible. I don't know. What up, Andrew? How you doing, man? But like some of these guys will be playing in like the Frozen Four in college, and then the next 2 weeks later, they're on an NHL team. But it's saying right here they're drafted until the 27th to 28th, which that's June. Stanley Cup Finals is over. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know how that works, man.
I don't know. I know baseball, they usually report right away, and it's usually at the tail end of the season.
Right.
So
I don't know, man. But yeah, a lot of these guys, you do see a lot of the younger. Well, I mean, hell, a lot of these guys playing professional hockey and stuff too. Hell, they get shipped off to like hockey boarding schools at like 13, 14 years old, man.
Might as well just start with hockey today. Got hockey going on in the chat. You're talking hockey draft.
Let's do it.
Patriot said he is looking at the Stars and the Leafs today. Buku said he's in the lab right now getting things cooked up. Nosk says, didn't the U.S.-Canada game get over 13? Yes, it did. it drew a lot of new eyes to hockey this year.
That's what and what up, our Lacoste? That's one of our Canadian brethren right there, man. How you doing, sir? Philadelphia Flyers always slump just before the All-Star break and rebound strong after the break. They got a big win yesterday, man. Buku says March 7th is the trade deadline. We do need to focus on that. That will reflect who some of these teams we need to take going forward. There'll be some teams going to be buyers, some teams going to be sellers, man. Some teams going all in, some teams trying to build for the future. So we do got to pay a lot of attention to that. Got a couple of weeks left on that, man. But yeah, dude, that's what we were talking about. How genius it was of the NHL to put that tournament right in the middle of the regular season, because now you have all those viewers, and I promise you, at least half them damn viewers hadn't watched the NHL game all season long.
Hi. That's
exactly.
me.
You one of them. Living proof right there, man. Dude, we got to go back. My dad told me this the other day. Last week on Pump the Brakes, it was so funny. I didn't notice it after my dad sent me a picture, but the way I had the thumbnail set up, I had Hellebuck like right under you, dude. And go back and watch like last Thursday or something show. It looks like
I'm the goalie.
It looks like you're the goalie, bro. I said, this is why we lost. We put steps in overtime in the pipes, man.
Oh man, yeah, I know.
Oh man, no, it's but yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got all these people now that have seen this and they got excited about it. They got to see the best players in the world going at it against each other, and now they're like, hell. Now, granted, you may wind up being a little disappointed if you expect to see that in every NHL game. You're not going to see that kind of excitement and intensity and stuff, but you're going to see some excitement and intensity. It doesn't matter if it's two worst teams, dude.
Yeah, it's
still fun to watch.
It is.
What's some of the games you're looking at today, man? Let's go ahead and start talking about them. Let's get in the first one.
We'll talk about this here in a little bit, Nosk. Let's see. We'll talk about, you got the first matchup of the day. You got the Oilers at the Caps. Pro line has it pretty much even here. Minus 109. Best odds you can get right now are plus 110. Line opened at 100. So not much movement there. I will say the Caps yesterday were one of the top plays. They had them listed at minus 178. Consistent odds. Best odds are down to minus 140, and the Caps came through big yesterday. So got to win there on the minus 1.5. Today they're at home against the Oilers. What do you think?
Here's what I'm doing in this game today, man. Both these teams on a back-to-back right here. You had the Oilers in a game with the Flyers where there were 9 goals scored. They lost 6-3. You had the Capitals here, scored 7+ goals for the 4th time this season, tied for the NHL lead, won 8-3 yesterday. So 11 goals scored in that game. So we had a combined 20 goals scored in the 2 games between these teams yesterday. You got a total sitting there at 6.5, juice to the under at minus 122. I'm going under 5.5.
Look at this. 89% of the money are bets, and 97% of the money's on the over.
I'm going under 5.5 at plus money. I am. Like I said, we saw 20 goals scored in the 2 games. Now, granted, the Capitals scored 8, so I'm immediately expecting them to regress back to the mean here today. And then even the Oilers scoring 3 but giving up 6, they're not going to play that bad defensively today.
Yeah.
So I just don't think we're going to see as many goals in that game. You got an early puck off, and both of them played early yesterday. Both of them were earlier games yesterday, so they did get a little extra rest. But you're still 24 hours at best. When you got in the Capitals, if I lean to a side, I lean more to the Capitals just because most of their studs were resting during 4 Nations, man, because their countries weren't competing. So if I lean to a side, I would lean Capitals. But what I'm leaning to is the under in that one. If you want to go to 6.5, it just moved to minus 115. So you don't have to lay as much juice on it. But all that money on the over and everything, that's probably where you're getting some of that correction to the over, because you do have so much money on the over. So then it's not moving that much to where it should really even scare you, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with all that money coming on it should have flipped around. It should be juiced to the over at that point.
We can look at it.
Wouldn't you think?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on, I'm not sure where. Here we go. Total. So it has kind of been, it's open out at 5.5. And all the money's on the over. Why did it go up?
And I just, like I said, well, I mean, that would make sense.
No,
they got all that money. If it's at 5.5, they got all that money coming in to move it up to 6. I know what you're saying. That sometimes that does get back, but yeah. So that they're moving it the right way, but it's not. They're not doing anything crazy. They're just trying to adjust and get some money back on that under. I'm telling you, at 6.5, I think you just take it down to 5.5, and you get like plus. Let's see what I got that at right now. It's plus 130 on under 5.5.
Yeah,
I like betting plus 130s, dude.
Yeah, because it was minus 130 last night. At 5.5.
So
yeah, it's been flip flopping here, buddy.
Like I said,
5.5, 6,
that's my
6,
handicap on it.
6.
My handicap on it is looking at, I'm a law of averages guy, I'm a patterns guy, and all that different thing. And I seen 20 goals scored between these two teams in their games yesterday. You just don't see them usually come back out and pile up a bunch of goals the next day after days like that, especially on a back-to-back when you feel like maybe now it could be a double-edged sword. Maybe your defense lacks, but I think more in this spot, I think your offense is going to lack more.
What about goalies?
That's what Sporting's saying down there. Over under on goalies. Let me see what the numbers are. Goalie props. You can get. They don't have them listed yet, man.
Here we go.
You probably check that in a little bit. That we don't know who's stepping in between the pipes just yet. I think that is something you can look at, but they will. This one is an earlier puck off at 1:10 p.m. Eastern. So probably check those again in about. They'll have to announce them. They usually announce them about 3 hours before the game. So check it about 10 a.m. Eastern time if you like those goalie save props or whatever. And that one's probably going to have those listed. Buku saying, going to play a big role in who is in the crease. Lingering is allowing 3.95 goals on Sunday matches. See, Buku's always finding these damn gems. He knows what the guy allows on whatever day of the week it is. It don't even matter. He's like, this guy sucks on Sunday, bro. And sure as shit, come out, that guy will suck on Sunday. You don't understand it. Don't make no damn sense. Let's see. What's here? What's up, Shrees? Yeah, Halo, will you go right now? And okay.
Yeah, it's Sunday. We'll let it go.
The bot farms are up and running on Sunday morning, baby.
I did make a mistake there. I did say it was pretty even, but no, the consensus line is plus 110. Action has Caps as a favorite at minus 110. So you got a little bit of
I'll tell you, if I lean aside there, I would lean Capitals, because the Capitals both these teams will be traveling here. You had the Oilers in Philadelphia. It's a short travel, both of them, though. You had the Capitals in Pittsburgh. You had the Oilers in Philadelphia, and they're just going up to Washington right there. So it ain't 45-minute flight or something, probably.
Yeah.
So it ain't bad travel or whatever. I just think you got your top dog in McDavid, who's had obviously an emotional couple of weeks. And once again, we've talked about that stuff. It just feels like today, both these teams on a back-to-back, and the way the games played yesterday, I think it's trending under to me.
Gotcha.
Buku says Pickard is allowing just over 3, just assuming the backups will go since the starters went. Yeah, that would make sense on a back-to-back.
That's what I was thinking about.
On
maybe
Sunday, you're going to get that most of the time.
Was moving up like that because the goalies.
And a lot of times, just because the backups are in there, doesn't mean that game's going over.
No, I just
everybody. That's
figured
what a lot
that's
of people
maybe
think.
Why.
But a lot of people, you're right, Steps. That's why the lines are moving the way they are. But a lot of people think, oh, we got the backups in there. They're going to score all these goals. Hey, them are still NHL goalies.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? I saw this in the Pittsburgh game yesterday because they switched goalies because the damn Capitals. It was tied 2-2, bro. And the Capitals scored like 4 goals in the next 5 minutes or some shit. All of a sudden they were up 6-2, but they swapped goalies in the middle. Have you ever seen them damn goalies get out there and stretching and stuff? Or they weren't.
I mean, they got to be flexible.
It don't make no sense that them dudes can bend like that, bro.
They probably do yoga, dude.
You have to yoga, Pilates, all that stuff, man.
Well, think about you got to do the split.
Roomba,
you got to go down into the splits, get up. Like you got to shift. Like they got a lot of. They got the pads make it look different, but they're doing a lot of flexing.
Apparently the ladies like that. SD14 was telling me, she like on TikTok. She was watching the game when I saw. I was like, look at that guy. She was like, oh, the girls that are into hockey on the TikTok, they love watching the goalies stretch and stuff. I was like, I'm a dude. That's impressive. Ain't no dude should be able to bend like that, man. That's unreal.
Just like we like to watch volleyball players.
They're right. Same thing. That's fair. Yeah. We're all human, man.
Next up, you got the Rangers and the Penguins. Right now, the Rangers are a minus 130 favorite. Action Pro line is set at minus 142. So you have a little 7-cent edge there. So that would be good for a C grade, 1.3%. What you got on this one?
I ain't touching this one, man. This was one, the Penguins, that was my handicap on that one. The top 2 guy. Crosby scored a goal, his 610th career goal yesterday. It shouldn't have scored. Hell, Thompson, it hit him right in the damn chest, and it wound up falling through the 5-hole and sliding in. But this one I'm just going to stay away from today right here. And Sporting, what you're saying, is Bet Online doesn't offer 5.5 as an alternative total. Every other is from 3.5 to 9.5. This drives me crazy, Steps, because DraftKings does this sometimes too. Like, you know me. I like to take it up or down one and get my plus money and all that stuff. But sometimes when it's moving back and forth from 6.5 to 5.5 like that, like they'll move it down to 5.5, and I'll want to go up and take over 6.5. They won't let me. I got to take over 7.5. But I'm like, why you can't give me any numbers on the 6.5 right there?
Bet Online isn't really good with stuff like that. Bovada, if you need an offshore book, Bovada has it. So if you need, they won't let you parlay it, but you can bet the alt lines out pretty far. Not as far as you can on DraftKings though.
Like I said, DraftKings is actually, you'd be surprised. Most of the time, the offshore books, you'll get better numbers and stuff like that because DraftKings is careful what they do. They got so many
but
people.
You can go out like 5 numbers on an alt line on DraftKings.
Oh, dude, you can go out more than that. Oh, like talking alt lines and stuff. Yeah.
For hockey, and on Bovada, you're getting maybe 1 or 2 alt lines in the other direction.
Even in DraftKings in the hockey, usually, and you don't get this on every game, but the highest you're usually going to get is -3.5. Usually, I don't know that I ever see many that are up to -4.5, and I don't know how you could take that confidently anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of goals. 3.5, you got to win by 4 damn goals. But yeah, I've noticed that too. Supporting, just check it again here in a little bit because the line will move around some, and if it moves around somewhat, probably once they announce the goalies, then they'll probably get that line out for you because the line will move a little bit. You might be able to get it to him. Penguins Rangers, I'm not touching today.
Yeah, the under or the I think it's, let me look. Almost all the money's on one side of the total. And it has moved, I think, a half a point. Yeah, 88% of the bet, 90% of the money is on the over. And it looks like you had to pay the juice right now over 5.5 -128. And some books have it up to 6 right now. So moving with the money there.
Golly. I hate it when he does this. My guy. He's always just trying to save me and talk me off ledges. And I don't listen a lot of times. He knows. My guy Buku knows. A lot of times I'm stubborn, man. I'll die on those hills. I'll make you bury me up there. But yeah, Buku, damn, he's telling me right now, Crick, you ain't gonna like this. But I think if you play the under, you need to stick with the 6.5. Looks like it could land right on 6. I could actually almost the way the line's moving, I could really take the under 6.5 now because it's moved all the way to -112. I don't mind as long as it's under -115, really -120. I don't like laying to -120, but I will. But as long as I can get it under that, I might take it. I might bet both of them. I might just bet the unit. Oh, that way if it lands on 6, I can at least pretty much break even there.
I mean, I hate paying it. Could you imagine if you were like $1,000 unit better and like every time you put a bet in, you're paying $200?
I can't do
or
that.
$110.
I don't like paying 27 damn cents.
I know. I know it.
I damn sure ain't paying you $200 in juice because I don't want to give you a quarter.
Oh goodness! So you don't have anything on the Rangers Penguin? You know what's up next?
Did I pull it down? What happened?
No, Kraken's up next.
Let's see what our call's saying. Some players have a hard time energizing for afternoon games, weekend, but are spark plugs during game time. Okay, that's a good point right there. It's one of our hockey guys from up there. One of, like I said, our Canadian brother. I just think, especially in a game like today, because this is a weird little stretch right here. You got some of these teams that are well rested. You got some of these guys with their top dogs that are worn out. You got a lot of these damn teams that are on a back-to-back here doing weird travel. They've been traveling for 4 nations. They ain't even been back home because all their teams 2 days later were playing on the East Coast. So a lot of these guys, they got to be some of them worn down, right?
Yeah. I saw Brady. I had Brady Tkachuk in a parlay yesterday, and he sat. I don't know if he was hurt or not, but yeah, check that out. Have SD14 fans screen that for you before you check it out.
What is it? What are we talking about? Say it one more time. You got to say it one more time. I was reading that comment. You're right. Bob is nasty. No skin.
I'm talking about the Panthers' sick workout routine.
Oh yeah. I'd have to tell her. Check it out. See the stick work. Hell, that's like, if you ever watch any of these guys, you like we watched Paul Skeen's warm-up routine and stuff last year. The different stuff these guys do nowadays. Sport's different, bro.
I know.
They didn't show us these drills when we was playing.
No.
They'd have told us if we tried to do some of these drills they're doing now when we was playing, they'd have cussed us out, grabbed us by face mask, and had us running laps and all kinds of shit, man.
Can you believe like your parents had to climb a rope in high school, like all the way up to the ceiling? How safe was that?
Right.
And you got that was part of your gym grade, man.
Well, the thing is, they knew that most people that actually climb that rope, they weren't going far.
Well, they ain't going far either.
But most of the people, like, they just walk up, they just look at that rope, and I'm like, what are we doing?
I used to just swing on it. I didn't climb it.
I mean, I had some of my buddies, and we knew, like, hey, man, you can't climb that rope. I'm sorry, you even got to try.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right, Steph. Times have changed. What about, let's see, Devils Predators here. We got Devils did not play yesterday, I don't think, did they?
We can check. Let's see.
Let's check that out. I know obviously the Preds there, and Preds do play better at home. This to me feels
didn't their last game. Yeah, they played yesterday against Dallas.
Wow, they got beat 4-2. So
Colorado Predators won. They beat Colorado 2-1.
I don't really care for this game because for me to get anything to get the value that I like, I would have to lay. Well, not necessarily. I guess you could for some of y'all. Some of y'all don't mind laying a little bit of juice. You can get Devils money line minus 122. This feels like one. It could be a 1-goal game either way. So I don't know if you mess with alt puck lines or alt puck lines or anything like that. That's another one I need to stay away from. You can't trust the Predator. I took him yesterday because it was more of a fate on the Avalanche because all those guys have been playing Four Nations. Yeah, and that's more of what it was yesterday than like just a lot of faith in the Predators. I do think this line has gone down a little bit. I think it was plus 110 for Nashville a little bit ago, so I think it's gone down to plus 102 now. So maybe trending toward Nashville. But that's another one right there that, like I said, I feel like it could literally flip the coin, go either way. 2-2 going into overtime. Somebody wins in a shootout.
What about the Avs Blues?
Avs Blues. I like the Blues.
Yeah,
I'm like I said, I'm
shootout loss yesterday.
Bounce back spot right there in the game. You feel like you kind of got stole from you. It could go both ways. It could be a letdown spot today and all that stuff, but it feels more like that one. The way I felt like they were supposed to win that game yesterday.
Avalanche lost too.
No, that's what I'm saying. They lost the Preds. That's why I was on the Preds with that. But it's more for me in these spots. It's more of a fate on the Avalanche just for a little bit. I think the Avalanche are going to be just fine. I think they'll be just fine. I think they're going to make a playoff push. They're going to be one of those teams that's compete for the Stanley Cup here in a couple months. I 100% believe that. But right now, they had so many guys playing for different teams in Four Nations, and they were all playing a lot of minutes. And they were playing a lot of high emotion, high impact minutes. Now they're another team that hasn't even gone back home yet. They were in Nashville yesterday, and now you're in St. Louis today. They're trying to get back to Denver, but they ain't there yet, man. It's a lot going on for this team, and I just feel like they got to be a little worn out right now.
74% of the bets and 92% of the money on the over 5.5. It is juiced to minus 124, probably on its way to 6 at most books here in a little bit. So anything on the total of this game?
I will say that you're probably going to get Bennington back today.
Okay.
I don't know for sure.
Coming off his big game.
Double check, come off big tournament. Guys playing very well right now. I love that head coach for the St. Louis Blues, dude. Montgomery, that was the Boston Bruins head coach to start the year. And then he wound up getting fired by the Bruins, and the St. Louis Blues called him within like 24 hours. Like, hey, man.
Come on down.
I like that guy, though, bro. I like his interviews. Like, he's like kind of soft-spoken. He just seems like a solid dude, man. I like that guy. And today, like I said, I think it's more of a fate on the Avalanche for me.
Remember the movie Porky's?
They made you climb the rope in gym class because they were fans of the movie Porky's. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I've seen all the Revenge of the Nerds, all that stuff.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds is awesome. What up, Needy? How you doing, man? And Mont, did I say hello to you yet this morning, Mont? Good to see you, sir. Avs Blues will score a bunch. No Skin says. Okay.
There it is. He likes
there
the
it is,
over.
man. There
so
it is.
Everybody else.
I don't care how many they score, as long as the Blues score one more.
Yeah. Maple Leafs, Blackhawks. This should be a lopsided.
Hold on. You're skipping. You're missing one, man. You missed a couple.
No, I'm going down the line by the time the game's going.
Well, these say 6:10. I got 3 listed at 6:10, and the Maple Leafs Blackhawks think till 7:10.
I've got Devils Predators at 6, Avs Blues at 6, Maple Leafs Blackhawks at 7.
Now we got the Kraken Lightning is also at 6.
It says 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's. Listen, I would.
It did. Did it get switched?
I'm starting to say I don't know. I'm trusting DraftKings because they're right on these
6,
things.
But it's like and the Ducks are at 6. What's going on?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's another one at 6 too. Ducks Red Wings. But DraftKings they're gonna be solid on that, man. They got to be right on those things because that's when you got to have your bets in by. So I trust that as much as I do anything when it comes to those. I do like the Tampa Bay Lightning today. Sorry, Booker.
I was gonna say, well, Kraken last night were a plus 200 dog and won.
This might even be one where I'm going to take the minus 1.5. It's even money right now, minus 1.5 for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay did not go yesterday, right?
Nope. We can check.
They did not. I don't believe. Let me double check. I do not.
See they did not. They have not. This is their first game after the break.
So even you got one of their studs in Jake Gensel, who was playing with our guys there, and he's got an extra day to rest here. But then you got like Nikita Kucherov, who did not have to play in Four Nations. You got Vasilevsky, that didn't have to play in Four Nations. So you got the Tampa Bay Lightning should be ready to go.
I would assume so. And I mean, Kraken coming off a big win
Coming
over
off
Florida.
the big win, yeah. You know,
2-1
I do like
plus 200.
I do like old Decord, that netminder for the Kraken, man. That's Buku's guy. But yeah, I'm thinking taking you got Lightning -1.5 even money today. I like that one. I may wind up putting 2 units on that actually. And then I think that maybe a sprinkle on Lightning -2.5. You probably go the half unit there because it's plus 180. So you're almost getting the full unit in profit if you hit. But I think the -2.5 is even worth a sprinkle, man.
You're that confident, huh?
I really am. And my guy Bird Hunter. My guy Bird Hunter co-signed on. He sent me all his picks. Let me see what he's looking at today, actually. But yeah, he really liked Tampa Bay. It was already on his card, and then he'd already messaged me not long after he sent the card and said seriously contemplating doubling up on Tampa Bay. My guy Bird Hunter knows his hockey too. Bird Hunter today likes the this is how you know that I don't like looking at everybody's picks before I make my own picks, man, because I feel like it affects me some ways. And so Bird Hunter likes the over 6 in the Edmonton and Capitals game. He likes over 1.5 first period in Capitals Oilers. Likes Tampa Bay minus half a goal in the first period. Oh, you can get that plus 123. I like that too.
Yeah.
Then you got Tampa Bay team total over 3.5 at -125. He likes Kraken Lightning. This is a Buku bet, man. He's been listening to these Buku specials. He likes Kraken Lightning over 1.5 first period at -125. He also took the Lightning on the puck line for the even money.
Which that over didn't hit yesterday. So laws of average.
I think you go back to it today, man. Hell, Tampa Bay might cover it by themselves today.
I feel like if you're going to make a play on that game, that's probably the play to make.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, like I said, I'm taking Tampa Bay in this one, but a lot of times I feel like I stay away from the Kraken games unless Buku gives me a winner.
Yeah. Unless Lightning haven't played since the 9th, February 9th, so they could come out that first period and be a little rusty.
Yeah, could be. But let's see. Bird Hunter also likes the over 1.5 first period in the Maple Leafs Blackhawks. He likes over 6 for the game in Maple Leafs Blackhawks. He's on the Islanders money line. He's on the Utah Hockey Club money line -146. And he's on the Utah Hockey Club alt puck line -1.5 plus 175 for the half unit as well. So what comment, Buku? What did I not do? Oh, okay, my bad. Don't even stress talking Kraken Lightning. Kraken are expected to start a goalie making his NHL debut. So once I get some info on him, I'll let y'all know. Buku loves his NHL debut. He gave us that little Jim Savoy yesterday that was making his NHL debut. He did get an assist. He didn't score a goal, but he got a point. He said
he had Rowinski.
Well, Rinsky, that guy's playing well, dude.
Over 2 point, or at least 2 points and a goal. He had 2 assists and a goal. Hit both bets. One was plus 190. One was plus 325. Shout out Buku.
Shout out Buku. Arla Avalanche completely beat on the Predators.
Yep.
Outshot them 32-17. I believe is what he's saying there, but lost 2-1. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think the Avalanche is going to be just fine. I really do think you're not a fool for sprinkling on the Avalanche to win the whole damn thing right now, because they have some absolute studs. They've made some moves in the trade before the trade deadline to get some other key players on there. I like Martin Nietzsche came over from the Canes. So I do believe the Avalanche are going to 100% be all right.
They're like Team Canada Light, aren't they?
They are, bro. I'm telling you. And so it's like, and then hell, you got you had McCarr and you had McKinnon and you had Taves playing. You had several different guys on this roster, like key guys. They're studs, they're top lines and things like that. So it's only natural to think that some of these other guys, they're going to want to, because like I said, there's a lot of hockey left. You got a lot of hockey left. You got 30 damn games before the playoffs start. So you don't want to burn these guys out.
Yeah. That's probably had something to do with their 2-1 loss yesterday. Now they're on a back-to-back today. So
that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of yesterday, the Ducks, man, plus 170 underdog pulled it out. They're up traveling to the Red Wings today. Right now, it looks like Red Wings are a minus 190 favorite on the money line. Let's see what our total is set. And that one, it looks like over 5.5 is juiced to minus 120. 79% of the bets and 89% of the money are on the over in the Ducks. I think the Ducks blew their wad yesterday.
I'm pretty sure I'm stamping it. I'm pretty sure I'm a Ducks fan.
Yeah, I gotta take them today.
I got to get one of those. I'm thinking about I'm weird on this game. I'm kind of staying away from this game. Both these teams went to overtime yesterday. Both teams on a back-to-back. The Red Wings wound up letting the Wild come back and win that thing in overtime, kind of let it slip away. The Ducks tried to do the same damn thing, letting the Bruins score with about a minute left in the game to get it to overtime, but they did find the winner in OT. So both teams coming off overtime games on a back-to-back right here. I don't really know what I want to watch this. I got some intrigue in this game. I want to see what happened in this game for future reference in spots like this. You know what I'm saying? But I think this one for me today is probably more just watching and seeing.
Yeah, like with the Ducks, it was Boston was, they had an injury. I forgot who it was. McAvoy. There were several factors into why they shouldn't have been that big of a favorite. I think that's not the case here in this matchup today.
I'm telling you, the Bruins, dude. It's going
to be washed.
It's going to be a fade on that team for me more times than not.
Are them and Pittsburgh washed at this point?
It's. I mean, you look at Boston. Boston fired their coach. I just think Pittsburgh's older. I tell you, obviously Sid the Kid, one of the greatest ever. I love Evgeny Malkin. He also a Hall of Famer. But it's like I just think they're older. Both those guys are in their late 30s.
Brian Rust.
And I like Rust. I like him too.
How old is
he? I think he's in his 30s. I could be wrong. I don't know that one for sure. Somebody fill me in, let me know. But I would say that guy's at least in his 20s.
I'll look. Keep going.
But Boston for me has just really been more of a fade. You obviously ain't gonna win them all, but I just don't think that team's getting right. I mean, they started out slow. They fired the coach. They had a little bit of a boost there. They played a little bit better. They're still around 500 and all that stuff, but they're going to have to play a lot better than they have been, and they really did not need to lose that one yesterday. That game yesterday is going to be one that will come back to bite them when it comes to getting in the playoffs stuff.
Rust is 32.
I was going to say, I feel like that guy's been playing forever too.
Brian Rust shot on goal, man, for a while there. Just like 3 straight years was the bet to make.
Yeah. They said it like 2.5. He had 5.
He'd hit it almost every night.
Yeah. Hey, in the first period.
And nobody must have been betting it, and nobody must have been paying attention to it because it never moved. It was 2.5 like every night.
That's another team right now. I don't know what kind of odds you can get on them right now, but the Caps is another team that's playing really good hockey all year long. And once again, y'all have heard me say it over and over. A lot of their guys weren't playing 4 nations. And Ovechkin, I'm sorry, I know Ovechkin's ancient, but that guy's he's still a dude, bro.
Yeah.
It's unreal. I mean, he's chasing the record, the goal record and all that stuff. So they want him to get that thing. Dude, did you know? I read this stat earlier. I want you to think about this for a second. Wayne Gretzky scored his 1,000th career point in his 424th game.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, bro. Do the math. He averaged like 2.5 points a damn game for his first 424 games. I mean, that's what you got to do to get to 1,000.
Freaking good, man.
The best, the great one.
He's no Gordie Howe, though, right?
Whatever. Gretzky's the best. There's all kinds of people that I love. Mario Lemieux, Mark Messier. You got your Gordie Howes from back in the day and all this different stuff. You got your Sid the Kids. You got your Ovechkins, all this different stuff. I don't give a damn. Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player to ever live, man. Point blank, period. I don't even know that many people would argue that. That man scored 1,000 points in 424 games to start his career. We're not talking about a stretch from 26 to 29. We're talking this guy's like 19 to 22 or whatever and scored 1,000 damn points in NHL hockey. Back when the game was different, bro.
I'm looking at a list right now. Bobby Orr, Bobby Hall, Doug Harvey. These guys must have been old.
They must not need more masks back then.
Guy Lafleur. He sounds like Canadian. Mario Lemieux is in at 12. Paul Coffey. That's Ray Bourque.
Ray Bourque. That's another big name.
He's in there at number 16. I'm just trying to look at guys that I would recognize. Ooh, here's one from my Winnipeg Jets. Teemu Selanne.
Teemu Selanne.
What a name, dude.
You need you a Teemu Selanne jersey, bro.
Martin Brodeur. Come on now.
Maybe you get you a Teemu jersey off Teemu.
Might have to. Well, they're not shipping to the States. Nicholas Lindstrom, Grant Fuhr, Glenn Hall. I know some of these guys. Patrick Waugh for the Habs.
Patrick Waugh. Don't call me Roy.
I had his Jonathan Taves. Is that how you say it?
Yep. The OE is the name.
He made it in this list 47. Sidney Crosby comes in at 49. You'd think he'd be a little bit higher than that. Brett Hall. He's a legend in St. Louis.
That Taves. Yeah. What's that Taves' first name?
Jonathan.
That's not the one that's playing right now.
From the Blackhawks.
Is he still playing?
I would imagine not.
I was gonna say, the one that plays for the Avalanche is Devin Taves.
Here's a great name for you right here.
Probably his brother, I guess.
Chris Chelios.
Oh, you don't remember Chris Chelios?
Oh no, I remember him. I'm saying
I feel like Chelios was one of those ones that they brought in. I could be wrong, but I feel like they brought him in as like a Sports Center anchor or something after, one of those
maybe.
guys talk hockey. But
I think I had his sweater when I was a kid.
Okay, man. Let's go, dude.
But yeah, those are some of the names that I recognized off the top 100 NHL players of all time.
Well, and good morning, Spartan. Good to see you, man. And but like Grass Guy says, there's only one great one, sir.
Wayne.
It's Wayne's World, bro.
Who walked out for America in during the national anthem? It was someone from the Miracle on Ice team, but I tweeted you, or I texted you guys that.
I told you I didn't get to. Every night they played, it was one of the nights I was FaceTiming the boys, so I had it on TV, but I had it muted, so I didn't get to see any of the pregame pageantry, so I don't know.
So they had Gretzky come out, and then the Americans had a representative, like a honorary captain. Yeah. And I was just thinking, man, what if he would have just fucking waylaid Gretzky, just set the tone.
You don't want that.
Just beat the shit out of him before the game even started.
Just right off the rip.
Just right off the rip. The honorary captain is just
Wayne Gretzky seems like one of the nicest people on the planet. And Camito, what up, Camito? How you doing, man? That's a new face. He said Gretzky then got 2,000 points in 433 games, so 857 games got 2,000 point steps.
Could you imagine if he was just like, man, I kind of want to play a little bit more hockey, and just at like his age, 60-something years old, just was at the local skating rink playing rec hockey against.
Okay, Rico, you wanted to go play intramurals? That's fine. But I'm saying let's pump the brakes, because ain't nobody, I don't care how great you were, can just go back out there and be like, hey, I want to play, guys. Let me give a stick.
In rec hockey at your local rink, dude, he would
rec hockey, yeah.
He would dominate.
I thought you were talking NHL for a second.
Oh, no. I'm just talking just like the local Y type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, those people don't want that smoke, bro. He'd be between the legs and everything, dude.
Have you ever seen Jason Worth when he went out there and he played in a men's league baseball game with his buddy? Yeah, just at the shitty ass field, dude. He just went out there and dude, he hit a ball so far. I don't know if it's landed yet. Dude, you need to check that out. It went viral.
And you asked Buku, we all used to play traveling softball and stuff, dude. But I played on it's the BSC. I've told you before, the black softball circuit, and and you can have four others. It's called white, Hispanic, whatever. But everybody else on the team has to be black. This is a real thing. Y'all think I'm full of shit? It's a real thing. Look up the BSC, the black softball circuit, and you can have four others on your team: white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. But everybody else has to be black. And it's some of the best sports I've ever played my entire life. You talk about, you go watch the home, because it's always a big ass tournament, dude. Wherever you go, they have the Worlds down in Columbus, Georgia, and you go down there and they always have like a DJ set up in the middle of the fields. He's blasting rap music. You're standing on the sidelines, both teams on your foul line. You're talking shit the whole game, but it's good natured shit talking. Okay. Yeah. And you're talking shit back and forth after the game. You shake hands. Everybody meets in the middle field. You pray. Then you go to the parking lot for beers and blunts. It's a fucking fantastic time, dude. I love it. But I'm telling you, you talk about the guys hitting one that ain't never landed yet. You get some of these dudes in this home run derby that literally look like the dude off the Green Mile up there.
Yeah.
And then they'll hit one that literally just hits out of the stratosphere.
I got to show you this. I found it. The Jason Worth video.
Mike Badano's another one. You're right, Patriot.
All right. Here it is. First of all, look at the field. Okay.
Dude, we probably played there. Me and Buku played on plenty of those.
All right, here we go. A little take action, you know what I'm saying? Coming in there about 60 miles an hour.
Got to get his eye on it, man.
All right, looks like they did a little, the grounds crew was off for the day that day. Yeah, again, this is an over 30 men's baseball league, and he's just doing his buddy a favor.
Oh, this is baseball. It ain't even softball. This is baseball.
He's just filling in for someone who didn't make it that night, and then he just decides to do this right here. I mean,
did you hear that?
I mean,
did you play that back just a couple seconds and listen to that sound?
I mean, that you're not seeing those in men over 30 leagues right there. That's a Major League Baseball.
No, you're not seeing that in a lot of stuff, Steps.
Here we go.
You don't see that in pro baseball sometimes. But listen to this. God. That sounded like that. I bet that thing did go 500 feet. It sounded like it was shot out of a cannon.
Crazy.
That is crazy, dude. That is crazy. Buku says the Cord gets no recognition for how good he really is. One, because he was hurt for a bit this season, and second, he's the only damn goalie we got. Oh boy, is tired.
Could you imagine if you showed up to the ball field for your over 30 game and you're the pitcher and Jason Worth's on the other team?
I'd have thrown right at his head.
I would have beaten him too.
No, I would have done that.
All right, back to we got a couple more games here in hockey tonight. Stars Islanders. It looks like Stars coming off their victory yesterday are a minus 130 favorite. Action has this line set at minus 128, so pretty much even there as far as what they think the line should be. So you got anything on this one?
I was kind of looking to lean Stars minus 1.5 just because I do think they're one of the better teams in hockey. I don't like betting against this Islanders team though, but I don't know what I'm going to get out of them coming out of the break just yet. So I think my guy Bird Hunter is on the Islanders money line today at plus 110. But I think I'm gonna wind up staying away from this one, man. I may watch the line move throughout the day and put it in late or something because I'm chasing my tail. But right now, I think I was looking at Stars puck line because I'm not laying that minus 130. But I think I might wind up staying away from that one. If I do anything, I'll probably just ride with my guy Bird Hunter, so I don't have to root against him.
There you go. Total set over 5.5. 73% of the bets. 73% of the money there. Minus 113. So everything seems right there. So not much on a side or a total. How about the Sharks and Canucks? Or Sharks and Flames? Is that next 8 o'clock? You got 82% of the money and 85% of the bets on the over. It's juiced up to minus 135. It's got to be 6 at most books by now. You got a side here, a total, or anything on this game?
I like the Flames in this one. I like the way the Flames have been playing at home, more of a younger squad too. And the San Jose Sharks are, I don't want to throw too much shade, but they're bad, man. They got a lot of younger guys too, things like that. But it's not a very good hockey squad, man. And the Calgary at home right here coming up. Neither one of these teams played yesterday, so all should be pretty well rested right here. And I just like Calgary at home right here, minus 1.5, seeing the plus 110. I like that value for Calgary right there. Could be one you could even. This is another one you could maybe take up to 2.5 for Calgary for the half unit or something like that.
Nick Schmaltz, anytime goal scorer, plus 230. It's his birthday.
Birthday goal scorer.
Birthday goal.
That's a gem, man. I told y'all the other day when he brought that Matt Boldy craziness in here. Told y'all just bet those when Buku drops those gems like that. You just bet them and forget them.
So you're on the puck line, right?
For Calgary, yes. I'm on the minus 1.5 plus 110. I'll type all these up for y'all and get them out here in a little bit. Guys.
Oh, he will type them up, y'all.
I will type them up, man.
He will put asterisks and
the only reason y'all get the asterisks over there is because I type it all up on Sports Picks and I have to use the asterisks because that's what makes it like go bold in that section.
Good, man.
So I just copy and paste, and then y'all get all your asterisks and stuff, and now you just like them.
It's all good. If only they had somewhere you could just click a button and it would even track all your plays for a life.
Here, I want you to understand. Here's the thing: I'll never do it now because I'm too stubborn with it. Like if you wouldn't have tried to force it so hard, I would totally be doing it by now. But now I'll be damn if I'm gonna let you make me take that.
What if I buy you a subscription? Then you have to use it because you'd feel bad.
Don't waste your money.
Whatever. Canucks, you're Canucks, right? These are Canucks?
Yeah. I mean, they've been my Canucks. I'm not going to jump. Like I said, my favorite player don't play for me anymore. But this is your Utah hockey. Is this about? I thought you were supposed to be a Utah Hockey Club fan.
It took too long for them to make.
It took too long to figure out a name.
Logo name, yeah, they're just too indecisive.
Have you seen some of the options for what they're gonna?
No.
You've got they obviously they did away with the Yeti. That's out. I want to say that I think Mammoths is one. There's a weird one too. Like obviously Utah Hockey Club's an option, but there's one that's like Wasatch or something. Wasatch. I don't know what it means. It sounds like it might be a giant abominable snowman or something. I don't know. It's probably got some Native American heritage.
Like a Sasquatch kind of.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds kind of like a Sasquatch to me. But
all right, it's the Blizzard, the Mammoth, the Outlaws, the Venom, and the Yeti. Those are the top 6.
Say it one more time.
The Blizzard, the Mammoth, the Outlaws, Venom, and Yeti, and then just staying Utah Hockey Club.
If they stay that, I hope they lose every game forever if they say the Utah Hockey Club. The Yeti, I know the Yeti was the most popular one that everybody wanted.
Yeah.
But I talked about that article a couple weeks ago. There's a lot of copyright shit that goes on with it.
True.
Because of like Yeti coolers, literally.
We'll just
like there's a lot of things they can't trademark
put more
their name.
T's or something in it, but I don't like the Outlaws. Why would Utah Outlaws? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to figure. I mean, there's probably some kind of Wild West heritage out there.
Was that your AOL Instant Messenger that just made noise back there?
I think it was a calendar or something.
Okay.
It's always popped me up, telling me all these random days that are going. I really don't know what that sound makes. I hear that sound often. I never check the notifications.
Okay.
I can't find it.
Wasatch.
Yeah, what is that?
It's down to 3 names: the Mammoth, the Hockey Club, and the Wasatch.
What is a Wasatch?
The Wasatch hasn't. Let me see. I'm not sure. If I had to guess, it would be a weird animal.
I thought it was an abominable snowman or something.
I guess. Oh, okay. The Wasatch it's the Yeti, but not with the name.
That's what I saw that I was like, that's got to be something like that. It's got to be like, because Native Americans call it like Sasquatch and stuff. It's what it sounded like to me. I was like,
it's the mountains and it's a place, I guess, there where it would be at, like the Wasatch Mountains, where you would find.
So those are the only 3
dead
options left.
That's what's left. Yeah.
What do you think, man?
They're gonna have voting in the stadium on iPads.
Yeah, I did see that they were gonna do that.
That's cool that they're at least letting them. So here we go. The Wasatch is a similar mythical snow creature.
The exact
So it's like the Bigfoot of the snow.
It's a Bigfoot. It's a mountaintop Bigfoot. I can get on board with that. I support that.
I think so too.
Yeah, I support that.
I bet that logo would be sick.
We make some cool jerseys out of that, bro. Just have Bigfoot up there like snapping a hockey stick in half or something.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
Big old hairy thing.
Did you see this yesterday, man? It's pretty cool. No Skin's talking about here. Birthday salute to Johnny Gaudreau Jr. yesterday. You know all the stuff with the Gaudreaus, right? That happened.
The brothers
that passed away.
Yeah,
they were at their sister's wedding last summer, and they were like just riding some bicycles. It was up in, I want to say, like it's like northeast area, Baltimore, New Jersey, somewhere around all that up there. But they were like just riding some bikes in like the bike lane or something. They were supposed to like have the right of way, and went to cut across the crosswalk and hit them, and then they both tragically passed away, man.
Yeah,
but yesterday his son was in the stadium for the game, and it was his first birthday, and the whole damn stadium sang his son happy birthday.
Oh, that was cool,
dude. That's why I'm talking about it here, and I see you saying chicken skin moment there, no skin. I'm sitting here and like all the hair on my arm is like standing up to talk about. That's cool, dude. Can I buy stock on what draft pick Johnny Gaudreau Jr. is going to go in 20 years?
Number one,
right?
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see what you're saying, Arla Cost. I remember when Bobby Hole signed with the Winnipeg Jets of the WHA from the Chicago Blackhawks. Very controversial back then. They bought a farm close to our place east of Winnipeg. Okay, man. Okay, cool. That's cool. I love hearing these
Patriots
stuff like that.
The gay Bigfoot. Come on, man. Patriot. I'm getting you a jersey whenever it comes out.
You bet. Yep.
And on the back, I'm gonna have him put gay Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's
number.
Personalized.
I'll have to figure out a gay number to put on there too. Yeah, like the name on the back. Just be gay Bigfoot.
That's it. All right, man. That's what I got in hockey today. What I'm looking at right now, y'all. I'm going to go Oilers, Capitals under 5.5 for some plus money. I'm probably going to bet the 6.5 too now because it's not as much juice at minus 115. So if it lands on 6, I can at least pretty much break even in that one. I'm not messing with Rangers, Penguins, or Devils, Predators. I do like the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 at even money over the Seattle Kraken today. And I do think you could probably put a sprinkle half unit on the minus 2.5 for Tampa Bay. Not going to mess the Ducks and Red Wings, but I will be watching that one with a lot of intrigue because I want to see how these teams come off the 2 overtime matches yesterday. I do like the Blues money line at home plus 124 against the Avalanche. I'm going to take the Maple Leafs Blackhawks over 6.5 at plus 114. Stars Islanders probably just going to leave that one alone. Bird Hunter is on Islanders money line. I like Calgary minus 1.5 plus 110 at home against the Sharks, and we're going to leave the Canucks Utah Wasatch alone tonight.
And we got who's the birthday goal scorer?
Who was the birthday goal scorer? Nick Schmaltz for the Utah Wasatch.
There you go.
Maybe you think if we just start calling them that, maybe they just
we'll just speak it into.
We'll just start putting it into people's subconscious. That way, maybe
there's no way that's not winning that vote.
Like I said, man, I think that it pisses me off that Utah Hockey Club is even one of the 3 finalists. Just like when they said they were going to keep them the Washington football team.
Yeah.
If you're that damn uncreative,
they're still the fucking Redskins to me, dude.
Yeah, you are the Redskins. You always will be.
If that Braves ever change their name, which they wouldn't, because we're not stupid down here in the tribes and we've already got everything approved and whatnot, and they cater to them and bend over for them and host them and do anything they need. They take care of them. They have the Heritage Day. They represent, like they show all out. But I can't imagine if the Braves weren't the Braves. I would be fucking pissed, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's got me. I'm like, you change some of them. We changed the Indians. We changed the Redskins. Nobody changed the Blackhawks. Nobody changed the Chiefs. Nobody said a word about the damn Braves. I'm like, what do we do? And then when we find out when we change these names, that the Native Americans are actually offended that they were changed.
Yeah.
Because they liked it. They enjoyed it. It was a piece of heritage.
It represents their
People always
heritage.
assume that it's some negative connotation or some racist underlying thing or something like that. Sometimes it's just a tribute to history, man.
Yeah.
The shit happened. Whether you like it or not, it happened. And if you forget it, it might happen again. So it's good to remember these things and keep it in our history books.
I mean, there's a reason why the 49ers are the 49ers.
Right.
They mine for gold out there.
The gold,
That's why
I mean, all these teams, you can dive into all this stuff, and all these team names, they have some kind of geographic tying and historical tying and all that stuff, like it should.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the Braves represent the tribes of the South. Just like Florida State, the Tallahassee tribes. Like, that's why they approve all that stuff.
You got all kinds of things, man.
So,
let's
listen.
NBA.
I gotta hit this real quick because Nas did ask. We're not NASCAR experts here, guys. So I'm just doing this out of a favor for Nas. He asked for it, so we're gonna give the people what they want.
No, sir. You picked the winner last week.
I didn't. This guy did for me.
This guy picked the winner for you, but you bet. So
do you know who this is? This is my boy Giffen. Nick Giffen.
I have no idea.
You're the one who you hate. Remember, I gave out one of his picks one time and didn't hit, and you're like, your buddy. Your buddy.
Is this over 4.5 rebounds?
Yeah. This is the name we got.
Whatever steps is about to tell you, whatever steps is about to tell you, bet the opposite.
All right, let's see what he says here. All right, so Alex Bowman's his first pick. These are odds as of Thursday morning. So the first of 2 drivers in the Hendricks Motorsports, Alex Bowman. His teammates all have odds of 20 to 1 or shorter to win. Yet Bowman has performed just as well, if not better, on drafting tracks in some cases. Consider that Bowman was actually ahead of eventually Daytona 500 winner Byron on the first final restart and led more laps than the 2-time Daytona 500 winner. Bowman doesn't just consistently run near the front at these races, but he finishes well too. In 13 draft track starts since the draft start of 2023, Bowman has 6 finishes of 6 or better and second best average finish in these pack races over that span. In the most recent Atlanta race, Bowman had the single best average running position, clocking in at 5.27 average over the course of 266 laps. So he's consistent. All 266 of those laps, he ran inside the top 15, and he finished 5th on the day. His model has Bowman as the best value. His favorite bet is his top 5 finish rather than his outright win, since he has yet to claim victory in one of these drafting races. He comes close, so he's fully on board with laddering up to the top 3 finish at plus 900 and even sprinkling on him to win as 30 to 1 odds. So the best bets on Bowman are a top 5 finish at plus 400 on FanDuel, top 3 finish plus 900 at FanDuel, and then at 3,030 to 1 at FanDuel to win the race. Sprinkle. The next guy that he has picked here, we got
third lap.
Man, that just happens. That's part of it.
That's part of racing.
That's part of it. I mean, you got to think. Last week, the number 9 guy on the final lap won the race because everybody else in front of him wrecked. So.
Where are we at? We're at Atlanta today. That is also a super speedway. So super speedway action, you'll see that a lot of these tracks are shorter and stuff like that. I do know a little NASCAR back in the day. I don't watch it anymore, but I used to go every year. We go to Atlanta for the end of the year race. We go to the July 4th. I was at the first Daytona night race way back in the day. The Pepsi 4, the 500 is always during the day, but the July race is a night race, and I was there for the first one of those that they ever did many, many moons ago. But I do know a little bit about NASCAR, man.
And you should know this is a NASCAR name right here. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That's going to be the second pick here. Stenhouse is a bit different from Bowman in that he's more of a boomer bust option, but he has also surprisingly shown consistency at this Atlanta track.
In his 4 do not finish, as I guess did not finish, starts at Atlanta, which is also happens to be the last 4 races here. Stenhouse has an average finish of 11.8, including finishes of 6th and 10th. Both of his did not finishes occurred in the first year of the reconfigured track in 2022. In the first of those 2 races, Stenhouse led 22 laps but blew a tire while leading. In the other race, Stenhouse once again got to the front of the field but had to retire with an engine failure on lap 162. Season opener at Daytona, Stenhouse found himself in the front 2 rows of the cars with 15 laps to go before putting a block on Joey Logano that triggered the first of 3 late race crashes. That was a bad crash. Stenhouse is a 3-time drafting track winner and has shown he can get to the front at Atlanta too. Most notably, his most recent Atlanta race was arguably his best yet from start to finish, with his best average running position of 6 races on the track's current configuration. Like Bauman, he'll ladder up Stenhouse and take all the finishing position bets from a top 10 to the outright winner. So best bets, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., top 10 finish plus 225 at ESPN, a top 5 finish plus 650 at ESPN, and a top 3 finish plus 1,300 at FanDuel. And he's 45 to 1 to win. So you can get a little sprinkle on him to win. So hopefully that covered the NASCAR there. You got two guys. And if you want, Giffen also gives out, like, you can check him out on Action. He'll give out like fastest lap, fastest Toyota. Like he'll really break it down.
Over 4.5 rebounds for some guy you can't even pronounce his
name. I can't get those bets, so I just look at the winners and the top 3s, top 5s, top 10.
Here's your bet for NASCAR today. Bet Alex Bowman to wreck Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on lap 4. If you can find that, bet that. And Arlen, real quick, Arlen, buddy, you have a great day, man. I don't know if you're still in here. If you already gone, it's the last day of sunshine in Mexico. You be safe down there, sir. Have a good day. Good luck to you. And Eye on Edge, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, man or ma'am, whichever one. Good to see you there. Buku says, enjoy the Gulf of America.
Right, baby.
Oh, and Patriot says, and I'm with you on this, Grass Guy. Patriot said, UFL kicks off in March. I can't watch that shit, Steps.
Doesn't Birmingham win it like every year?
I have no idea. I don't even know. I keep trying to. I know that I claimed the Memphis Showboats as my team last year.
You did.
I know that. I have no idea. I don't know who won. I don't know what happened. I know I made a couple bets when we were doing Smoke the Spread, and I lost both of the damn things. And I was like, I'm not throwing good money after bad and a bunch of bad football.
I wish, like, second string NFL quarterbacks would be able to play in this league in the offseason. Or like third, you know what I mean? Like, give them some snaps, man.
Man, I tell you, this is never going to work. This is never going to work. They've been trying to do this for 40 damn years or more now to make 2 leagues and all this stuff. Nobody can compete with the NFL. Nobody. And when it's not, it's hard for me to get hyped up for football in the spring, man.
That's why I said it needs to be more of an extension, not like they're never going to be able to compete. But you would name a young quarterback that we didn't get to see play much this year that maybe got drafted. Does anybody come to mind for you?
That
Patriots backup quarterback that went to Tennessee.
Joe Milton. Joe Milton, yeah,
somebody like him.
Joe Milton or a Hendon Hooker up there.
Yes,
yes. Yeah.
This should be an extension from the NFL to get kind of like spring ball is for college, where you can get some guys some playing time.
It should be looked more at like a minor league type system.
And it's in the spring, so like it's
like, if it's you don't think it would help
injury or something like that. You have time.
It's wound up being a bad product because no shade at those guys, but there's a reason those guys aren't playing in the NFL. So there's obviously a drop down. But if you took some of those guys that are having like a Will Levis or somebody like that has struggles in the league, or a Kenny Pickett or somebody that goes down, and you're actually bringing some players down, some guys that maybe practice squads and stuff, and maybe they do that. I don't know. I don't know enough about this.
You'd watch and bet on it if those players were playing.
Well, it also would be better for the NFL product because those guys. I mean, I don't know though. You got to think
kind of what you have, a little bit of what you got.
You can't play football year round. Your body's not going to hold up.
But these guys aren't really playing.
Okay, fair enough. There's another fair point. Okay, I'm with you, dude. I think that if you're going to do this, you got to do something to change it, to make it more exciting, to make it tie into the NFL. You'll see a guy or two go and pick up on the NFL roster, but you don't see a plethora of these dudes playing the next season in the NFL. But if you made the competition better to where these guys were all getting better on a weekly basis, building up to that, you might see more of these guys go to the NFL team.
You know what else you could do? All the undrafted signed guys that you sign after the draft, you send them down to that league and let them play in that spring league, and you figure out what you got in those guys. You don't want to send the guys you just drafted, right? Because you're
right. Well, yeah, you can't like you were talking about a guy this year. I was going to think at first I was like Michael Penix, but I was like, no, he started the last 3 damn games.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
You can't send that guy down, so you just got to let him get his lumps wherever. But a guy like Will Levis, who you drafted thinking was going to be that guy, and he has been nothing close to it. And
Trey
now
Lance.
it's like who?
Trey Lance,
another one, perfect example. I mean, you look at guys like that. Even Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, this is too easy to do. Make it just make that happen.
And so, I mean, I'm just saying, and I feel like the NFL is always so against these sort of things that they feel like they're trying to be rivals,
Andy Dalton would be the type that we would have in the UFL.
No, he's not one of those guys I'm talking about. Like, Andy Dalton's not one of those dudes. He's a career, he's a good locker room guy. He's a career guy. He was a starter in the league for 15 damn years. And
it'd be like Sam Ellinger. Like a guy like Sam Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger, yeah.
Second or third stringer,
Colt McCoy.
Yeah, he's a little past, but
I mean, not now, but I'm saying those are guys that I would have looked at in those examples.
Adrian O'Connell. Like he shouldn't be starting in the NFL. Aiden O'Connell. Someone like him. He really shouldn't have been starting in the NFL.
Did Brandon Aubrey really come from the UFL?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Patriots, that's crazy.
I do know Detroit's kicker was the kicker.
Yeah, Bates came from there too because he kicked like a 60-something yarder or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bates definitely came from there.
He kicked like a 65-yarder with some room to go, and they were like, "Hey, man, you need to come up here and kick some footballs."
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
See, we're on to something here.
I'm telling you, dude, if they want to make this stuff take off, they just come in, watch the morning show. We're giving them all these free ideas. Y'all just wait till we get big enough to start copywriting people ourselves.
There you go.
Trevor Lawrence. There you go. No skin. Another one. Trevor Lawrence. Daniel Jones. I mean, the list goes on and on of these guys where I mean, especially like I said, with how long is the UFL season? 3 months?
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
Something like that. So you still have got, probably 6 weeks or so after the NFL season. And granted, that's only for 2 teams. And any of those guys playing on those teams ain't going to be going down to the UFL anyway in the Super Bowl. All the guys that would be doing that would be on teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I think that it does need to be more incorporated into some kind of minor league system type thing where it's tied into the NFL instead of trying to compete against the NFL because everybody that tries to do that gets crushed.
True. Yeah, you're not competing with that.
That's right. Here you go. Buddy. Y'all can put my repeal the 19th poster right on the front of their hockey jerseys, man.
NBA.
What you want to talk about now, man?
I mean, we got a big matchup at 1:00 today. Knicks and the Celtics. I have a play here on this game.
I need your thoughts on this one. I got my own thoughts, but I need yours first.
I absolutely love the under in this one. Reason being, you got 85% of the bets and 87% of the money on the over, right? So all the money's coming in on the over. It opened at 234.5. Why is it
all the way down to 31.5?
Why is it down there?
Boom. Lock it in.
Under Celtics. That's called reverse lineman. Typically, you'll see it. There's another matchup today. And it is I think it's the Orlando Magic. So yeah, Orlando Magic. This is another one with reverse line movement. You got 86% of the bets, 83% of the money is on the over, and it moved down a point. So not as much of a drastic move there, but up here,
that Celtics move, that's a big move, dude.
That's a big move, and even though what he's
talking about, y'all, is that at 234.5, there was a shit ton of people coming in betting money on the over for the game to go over. And so when the book sees that, if there's a bunch of people, we tell this to y'all all the time. For those of y'all this is redundant, I'm sorry, but we're trying to make sure people get this. But at 234.5, everybody's betting the over. So what that should do for the books, they should move that line out. They should be moved it to 235.5, 236.5, something like that, to try to draw some money back in on that under so they don't get hurt too bad. If you see all that money coming in on the over at 234.5 and the book moves it down 3 points to 231.5, that means the book's not scared of. They're trying to entice more money to come in on the over, so they really crack your head right there. The book is ever moving the line against all that, especially an ample amount of money. What is that? You say 80%?
87% of the money. And
if the book's moving the line against 87% of the money, they know something.
And this is a big matchup. I mean, this isn't like
this could be Eastern Conference Finals.
This isn't like it's Chicago State versus somebody on a Thursday night where 1,000 people are betting on. There's a lot of money coming on this game.
This is the defending champs versus a playoff caliber team.
Yep.
So got a lot of star power in this game between Brunson and Tatum and Brown and Porzingis and Anthony Towns. You got a lot of star power in this game. So I think that's why a lot of people would too initially be like over. Thinking, but this could be one of those spots where the Celtics should be. Who played yesterday? Did one of these teams play yesterday?
Celtics. They both played yesterday.
So they're both on a back-to-back. Who did the Knicks play yesterday? I'm trying to get my scores pulled up here. Hold on.
I will tell you.
No, they did not. Neither one of these teams played yesterday. They played.
They played the other
Friday.
night. Celtics played Philly on Friday, and the Knicks played. The Knicks played.
The Knicks got killed by the Cavs.
Yeah, they lost 142-105, but that was on a back-to-back. They had played Chicago the night before.
So we're looking at 3 games in 4 days.
Yep.
Yeah, under.
That's why I was kind of leaning to take a side here on the Knicks because there was it was like a highly graded bet here on a pro line, but as you can see, the bet 74% of the bet and 78% of the money is on Boston. So that line is moving out with the money. So,
oh yeah, it did. It was at 8.5 this morning, moved to 9. Because I was initially thinking maybe Boston, just because. Yeah. But then I'm also like, the Knicks had the worst loss of the Thibodeau era the other day. These are pros. You don't expect them to come out and play that bad again. I think that it might be worth you to maybe half unit on the Knicks money line or something.
Yep, I do like this here. The Mavs.
You like the Mavs?
Yeah, I think you have similar lines here, but as you can see, the money's a little bit different, and you've got the line moving out even more in your favor for the Mavs, but you don't have a drastic, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Flip on the money on one side.
Right, right. I got you.
So this is sharp money on the Mavs, is what I'm trying to say. Versus, the Knicks have a lot of just mixed money, public money coming on them, but this is the sharp money and the line moving out from 7.5 to 9. Makes me like this one better.
Explain that why you think you use the sharp money, because if you have a smaller percentage of the bets, but you have a large amount of the money, that means some big bets are coming in. Tell the folks about that, man. Explain it to them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a line can move. Line does move with money, and we've got, like Cricket was talking about, when you have one side getting a whole bunch of money, you tend to want to move that line out so you can start gaining money on the other side.
Because the books win. If they get 50-50 on each side every time, they make money off the juice.
That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to even out the money on both sides. So when you see lines not move the way they should to even money out, that means that there's a side that they like better than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like on
that's
that under.
They make the real money.
That's that under. Now, is it going to hit? It's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. But somebody's super confident if they move a line down on a total 3 point.
Yeah, you should know there's no 100%, right, Steps? There's no guarantees in this stuff ever. No guarantees. You're going weird things happen in sports, different bounces, fouls, guys getting ejected, guys getting hurt, whatever. Weird things happen in sports, so nothing's guaranteed. But when you see these spots like this, more times than not, they didn't build the big shiny buildings in the middle of the desert off of winners.
Exactly. You got to take every edge you can get.
100%, dude. These books are too sharp. The books are the sharpest.
It's almost like they know the outcome.
It's almost like they know. Sometimes that's it. And they're so good at it, they'll make you believe it's scripted. So you like the Mavs there at +9?
Yep, like the Mavs. I was liking the Knicks too, but I think I'm just going to take the under in that one because of the reverse line movement, and then I like the Mavs, and the Warriors. I like the Mavs +9, +8.5, whatever you can get it at.
Got a college baseball parlay there, Patriot. I believe it looked like 3 legs. Alabama, Auburn, Arkansas. Dang, a little AAA parlay, +185. Man, I'll ride with you, Patriot.
I think Alabama and Arkansas have won every game or something.
Their SEC's really good in baseball too. Arkansas, I think, is top 5.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
It might be.
I'd heard some. I was watching a little bit the other day. I've started I always forget. Well, I'm like, I text Buka. I was like, where do you watch this stuff? And it's on ESPN Plus too. Hell.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen some of these? was watching Virginia and I think Michigan the other day. I flipped over for a little bit and they were playing some like preseason tournament down in Puerto Rico. Bro, the camera was like back there. They were holding the camera. Whoever this dude had, it was like, I don't know if he was drunk or what, but the camera's shaking the whole time. I'm like, God, it's 2025. We can get a little better footage here.
It was probably like a slab of wood built out on bleachers and people walking up and down and jumping on the bleachers.
You're probably exactly right. They need to put some coasters under that leg or something. Even coasters. That thing out. Tell me, I got questions on the next one, man. I need to know what the money's doing on the Clippers and Pacers total.
All right, let me look at the total here.
I like the over, I believe.
You got 90% of the money, 92% of the bets
coming in. Let me go ahead and click
on the over, and it has also gone down 1 point.
Y'all will never see me take a bet with 90% of the money on it. I don't care if it's winner. Y'all can have it. Take your money on the floor, whatever. I'll never bet that because I know in the long run they're going to crack my head on those.
So you coming off that one?
So well, maybe we go back under on that one too, man.
I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah,
because it does have a little bit of reverse movement there, but it's only been 1 point, which is weird because Orlando's the same thing. So why is Orlando coming up as like a flagged system play on reverse line movement, but the Clippers Pacers are not? That's why I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I guess it's because the line is still available at 231 at some books, and that's what it opened at. So I guess it doesn't flag it as a reverse line movement until it's consistent. It's like every book has it at 230 and a half or below.
Yeah, that makes sense. Buku's got a little gem for y'all, Hockey Gym. Excuse me. Says Brendan Hagel 2+ points at plus 170 and anytime goal score at plus 145 there. Are we both? I think we're both on the under in the Magic Wizards, right?
Yep. So I got let me look. We like the totals today.
God, did you see there's another massive one in there, dude?
What is it?
The damn Grizzlies again. I don't understand it. I've seen the last two I've seen like this. It's the Grizzlies Cavs totals 250.5 right now. The last two I've seen this high have been with the Grizzlies in it, and they ain't come close to going over. They ain't come close.
Here it is right here. It's 249.5 or 250.
And I'm so damn scared to bet the under because I know when I do, the final score is going to be 153 to 149 or something. It looked like the damn All-Star game out there.
I think you should take the over in that one. I'm not going to.
Tell me why. Explain it. Walk me through it. Tell us all of it.
Well, I mean, you've got 60% of the bets and 62% of the money coming in on the under, and it opened at 248, and it looks like they have it, 250 now?
I got some homework for you, man.
What's up?
So we talked about this the other day. These is like one of those historic high totals, right?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we have a stat the other day that there'd been like 30 of these in
Pacers
the last 20 years? The Pacers had been in 14
of them. Yeah.
The Grizzlies have been in the last 3 that I've seen here. They had a big one, a high number like 248 out when they played at the Suns. They had a crazy high number the other night when they played at the Pacers. Both of those games went under easily. And now you got this one, the Cavaliers right here, 250.5. We got to find out what those numbers are on those games with totals that high, like against the spread numbers.
Bet Labs probably has it, but I don't have that access.
Okay. We'll figure that out. I mean, we could do it on our own. We can be our own bet.
Oh,
lab.
Yeah.
Go back and find the results to every single one of them, but that would be really hard to do. Because a lot of these games, after they're gone down, it's hard to find. You'll notice that a lot of times when you go try to look back some of these things and stuff like that, it's hard to, especially a couple of years ago before everything got so popular, you couldn't find lines after they had been finished.
Yeah, it was done. You'd have to get the paper.
Yeah, get the paper, the newspaper, bro.
The newspaper.
Patriot getting out on that wagon, man. Yeah, we're going to get you one of those rainbow gay Bigfoot jerseys out in Utah, man. You ride that right down your Ozark Trail, Patriot.
Oh man, he's going.
Hey, good luck to you today, sir. Be safe out there. Enjoy that Chinese buffet, Asian buffet you headed to, man.
Is that where he's going for real?
Do you think when he pulls up in a horse and buggy at the Asian buffet, they look at him funny?
Cat, rat, dog. Yes, they do. Listen to this. Yesterday, I went to a kid's birthday party, and we show up, and it's only the kids get to cook. So like
cook.
Yeah, it's like a youth it's a youth chef's thing. Like
how
a place
old are these kids, man?
6. And they do it from like young ages all the way up. So the 6-year-olds got to make their own pizza and put it in the oven, everything like that. That's the activity at this place.
Okay.
Well, the adults don't get to eat.
You don't even get to eat?
No, because the kids, I was like, can I just pay for me to make a pizza? They're like, no, it's just for the kids. So I had to walk next door to Cajun Express and get some wings and bring them back and just eat the wings inside the place. But as I was walking to Cajun Express, there was a damn chicken just chilling out in front of the damn place.
For a minute,
Oh, it was a dirty ass chicken. I don't know what that exactly. I was like, buddy, you better not hang around here too long, man. There's a couple wing spots in here.
You behind enemy lines, bro.
Yeah, and they're all owned by people that wouldn't think twice about picking you up, slaughter you, and put you in the back there and serving you up.
Some of my favorite food is like hibachi and all that stuff.
I love hibachi.
I don't want them to ever tell me what that actually is.
No, don't
ever.
Like,
I don't care. I don't
even
care.
Even if it's rat, it still tastes good.
It's delicious. Don't ever tell. You'll screw it up for me if you tell me what it is. I don't care. Keep serving me whatever you've been serving me. It's delicious and I love it.
Sorry.
So let's look at the next game. You got anything on Heat Bucks?
No. That's as of right now. I just have the those two unders and the Mavs.
Well, I got two more I'm going to ask you about.
All right,
and then we're going to do NCAA, and then we'll wrap this thing up here shortly, man. We got a good show going, man. I like these Sunday morning shows. Pistons, Hawks. I think I like the over.
All right, let's see. Pistons, Hawks total here. On the Pistons, Hawks, it looks like you've got 78% of the money and 78% of the bets on the over. That line opened at 238.5. It is
238.5.
238.5. So
it's probably not a really good one there either. It's probably a coin flip either way. It's probably landing 237 to 239.
Yeah, probably safe to take the. I would probably lean with the over on that one.
Yeah, I'll lean the over, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. That's not enough of an edge for me to love it.
Yeah.
And the last one I want to ask you about is not the Grizz Cavs. I mean, I might bet the over in that damn thing. I don't know. I know as soon as I don't, it's gonna go over, so I may just do it because.
Yeah.
Thunder and T-Wolves total. I think I like the over in that one, but I got a feeling you're going to tell me something different.
Thunder, T-Wolves. 77% of the money and 77% of the bets are on the over. That line opened up at 227.5 and it moved up to 228.5. So looks like that line is moving right.
Oh, wait, no, I got it at 230.
Oh, then that's the under.
Oh, the total's at 230 now.
Oh, I guess 228 is the best place available. That's why it's listed here. But consensus odds have it at 229.5. So
it's right.
I mean, either way, it's moving with the money. So,
bro, let's go. Bukus at Mexico Open final round. Steven Yeager to win at plus 360. He's 3 shots back of the leader, well within striking distance. I've told y'all this before, man.
Text me that one.
Steven Yeager went to the hometown UTC Mocs, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've drank Jaeger with Steven Yeager.
Ugh.
That's real life, bro. We this is back in the day. We're talking back when we were in college, and we both dated girls that played softball for UTC. So and he was a golfer at UTC, and so I would find myself in parties with the athletes, hanging out. I like to hang out, man. I can hang out anywhere. I can fit in anywhere. I promise. But yeah, so we were there one day, and like I found out about this. This is obviously before he's anything PGA, anything like that, and everything. And I was like, wait a minute, because I had my bottle of Jaeger. You know how that is. And I was like, wait a minute. Your name's Steven Yeager? I was like, I'll be damned if I'm leaving this party without taking a shot of Jaeger with Steven Yeager. We had us a shot, man.
It's disgusting.
We had us a shot, bro. I'll bet him today just cause, man. I'm going to go buy me a bottle of Jaeger, bet Steven Yeager, and just toast when he wins that damn thing, bro.
Just be done with it.
Done with it. Set it and forget it. All right, let's talk college basketball real quick. Then I got to get off here and get ready to top these picks.
We got a big matchup, UConn St. John's tonight.
St. John's. I'm on it.
12 o'clock. I'm on it too.
4.5. I like St. John's.
I like St. John's. That's my favorite play today.
Let's go, man. I'm about to bet it again. Tell me what's the money done? We got anything weird going on with it?
Yeah. So St. John opened up at -4.5. Money is on UConn. 60% of the bet, 73% of the money. That excuse me. They have the line set at -7, so St. John's getting a little bit of an edge there. I like it because there was a lot of sharp money that came in super early. It had moved to 3.5, and then it moved back up to 4.5, even though you got big bets and the big money on the UConn side. So I like St. John's here today.
UConn's not playing great basketball right now.
No,
they're really not. And St. John's is.
Yep.
They seem to be very motivated. I got one I think you're gonna like, sir.
What is it?
I think I'm gonna take the old Indiana Hoosiers today. I'm gonna take them the unit plus 3.5, I believe. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the unit on the money line, man, against Purdue. They gave Purdue all they wanted. I bet Purdue when they played at Purdue, because Purdue was like minus 12.5 or something.
Yeah.
And I wound up, I was heavy on Purdue. I think I went like two units on minus 12.5, a unit on minus 13.5 or something. And Indiana damn near won that game straight up. I think they lost by 5 or something like that. So to me, it feels like Indiana needs some big wins. They know the coach is going out at the end of the year. They're still playing hard for that guy. That's his big thing. He's like, I just don't want him to quit. You got to learn. You learn these things in life at this age, man. Sometimes in life it ain't gonna go the way you want to, but you can't just lay down and pout about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of the mentality these guys have embraced, man. They are playing for him. You got a big in-state rivalry game right here, a game that you're fully capable of winning. You've shown yourself that you can play with this team. You were right there in the game at their stadium.
Yep.
So
You're at home now.
I like Indiana today.
Also, the line opened at 4.5. All the money's pretty much been on Purdue, and it went down a point.
See, there's one of those spots right there. It ain't as big as what we were talking about earlier, but it's still in our favor if you like Indiana. What up, Tommy? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Indiana, they went from a 4.5 underdog to a 3.5 underdog, but they're only getting 20% of the money.
I like that money line plus 154. I like betting plus 154s too, bro.
I think you're onto something here. I like this one.
Atta baby. I thought you might like that one. The other one I was looking at, I only had 3 college basketball plays that I really liked today. Didn't get a chance to dive too deep, so I can't promise you there won't be 1 or 2 more that I may find before I type them up. But I like UCLA minus 6.5 at home tonight against Ohio State, or this afternoon, not tonight, 3:45 p.m. Eastern time.
3:45.
Yep.
There it is. Looks like a pretty even matchup. Line hasn't moved. Their projected line is exactly the same, 6.5. You got 57% of the money, or 57% of the bet, 46% of the money on Ohio State. So looks like UCLA slightly would be the play here. I just watched
this is one of the things where I'm factoring in the travel. You got your old Big Ten, Pac-12 travel, I like to call it.
Okay.
And Ohio State has not been playing well on the road, even in Big Ten country. And UCLA's gotten a lot better. You had Mick Cronin bitching about this same travel for a while. And now they've had a little more favorable schedule the second half of conference here. And I think in this spot, I like UCLA. Yeah, we said hello to Tommy, man.
Tommy, I know, but I got to do my peace sign to him.
Do your peace sign?
Yeah, because that's what he has going on in the picture.
That's what my youngest son, man. He'll be back in the back seat or whatever. He'll be 5 in June. But he'll be sitting in the back, man. It looks like he's throwing gang signs and stuff. He don't even know what he's doing, but he's back there. He's like, yeah, jamming out, bro.
That's funny.
What is a couple questions? What has been going on with the money in Arizona State, Kansas State?
That has been interesting. Doesn't have anything tracked as far as the money goes. It looks like there's been a big money on the money line for Arizona State. I was looking at that last night.
I kind of like it, dude. I think it's gone because I think it was 7.5. If I'm not mistaken, this morning it's down to 6.5 now. And I was kind of looking. I like this Kansas State team at home. They're a scrappy bunch, but so is that Arizona State squad. And they've actually gone on the road in a couple of these matchups like this and got wins that I did not expect them to. So I don't know if I'm going to mess with the money line, but I think 6.5 may be too many, man.
Now, I mean, you've got to take into consideration that not many people are betting this line, right? Because it's a long line.
Too bad teams.
You're not getting a whole bunch of money coming in on the money line on this game, but 98% of the bets and only 56% of the money. So that means that's a lot of small bets.
Yeah, a lot
on the
of
money
squares.
line.
When the small
but
bets
it is minus 275. So take that in consideration. But somebody laid some money here because you got 2% of the bet on Arizona State money line, but 44% of the money.
And just because you're making small bets doesn't make you a square. Understand that, y'all. Just understand that there's people in the world with different circumstances, and you don't need to put yourself in a bad spot. So your unit size, not everybody's unit size is going to be the same. But when you see some of these guys that got unit sizes of 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever, and those guys are betting, they're usually what's considered the sharp money a lot of times because you don't see that many people out there laying that kind of money without, just gambling. They'll go do that at the blackjack table or the craps table or something. They're not going to do it on sports betting.
Something just seems weird to that.
But what's that
line? Something just seems weird about that.
Yeah, I'm not touching. I'm not gonna mess with it. If I got a lean in that one, I just say for any of you all that are thinking Kansas State's going to bounce back and be in a good spot at home and all that because against a bad team, just be careful on that one. I think you're better off leaving that one alone today.
Only reason why I say that is because it's a minus 275 line. It as far as small bets go, like who's betting 27.50 to win, whatever, $1. I don't know what
Not
it is.
Not much.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's like not the numbers don't really add up here.
That's the thing. And sometimes you don't like when you get. I'm sure you're like me, Steps. When you see this stuff and everything, I don't even know sometimes like why it feels weird to me. I just know that I've been watching this stuff for 2 damn decades now, and when I see something, it's like my subconscious kicking off. Like, hey, you got bid on this before.
This means that someone like had to have placed a substantially large amount of money on Arizona State money line.
That's what it means, man.
Like a lot.
You got to look at schools like it's weird because I'm sure Arizona State has some famous alumni and things like that.
Yeah.
It's not as fishy when you see that coming from a big name school with a lot of big name famous alumni and shit that have a bunch of money because they may be one of those people that are just out there damn gambling.
It could be a syndicate. It could be like a syndicate where
it could be. But when
people have a pool of money.
I'm just saying when you see it's not as fishy when you see the big money coming in from those schools like that, the big popular public betting teams, all that. When you see big money coming in on somebody like Arizona State, that's kind of like that dude betting $50K on that damn Warriors money line the other night out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so like when you see weird stuff like that, there's usually a reason for it, man. Somebody knows something.
Let me see here.
And the last one, I don't really care about Utah UCF. I do want to ask you about Rutgers USC.
Rutgers USC. What time does that one play?
That'd be 6 p.m. Eastern time, sir. Last game of the day.
All right. Sorry. Here it is right here. Looks like you got sharp money coming in on Rutgers. And USC is...
What is that little thing? Yeah, that's one of the little...
that's a model projecting. They're saying USC should be even money, but you can get them at plus 3.5 right now.
So they're saying that should be a picket?
Yep. They're saying this line should be a picket.
Maybe on a neutral court, man. But once again, you got your Big Ten, Pac-12 travel or whatever. You got USC going all the way to Piscataway, New Jersey. It's a long way, bro. It's a long way.
See, this is the one when I messaged the guy, he said to look for these right here.
Where they line up?
Sharp and the calculator.
And who the hell is that?
So, and he said, you need to look for multiple sharp money moves, not just one. So
this is
a formula. It's a model projecting. So it's saying this line should be Indiana University. Is that? Oh, okay. Indianapolis.
It's not Uwe Pui. Y'all got way too many damn directional schools in that state.
Dude. I told you.
I'm just saying. The one that I think's there, no, they're not. They're in Illinois.
See, here's the problem. What it is IU offers like their medical school built a branch at my university in Southern Indiana, University of Southern Indiana. So now
Purdue will build one across the street.
Exactly. So now it's going to be the Indiana Medical School of Southern Indiana. So it's just they attach their name, but that model projection says that the line should be 6.5 for Indy, and it's at 8.5. So they're telling you that there's a 2.5 point edge there with sharp money. So
one of my favorites is Uwe Pui, man.
Right?
Indiana University, Purdue University, at Indianapolis. They're like, hell with it. We're fighting over this. Let's form one together. Let's have one together.
I think they're the Jaguars too.
I have no idea what their mascot is. I just know it's Indiana University, Purdue University, and Indianapolis.
I like this little feature here.
What's that?
Against the spread standings, you can just look at all the like right now. University of California, San Diego is currently the top team against the spread in college basketball. 21-5.
What do you think about that Kim Palm I was showing you afterwards yesterday?
I need to start studying that.
Dive into that thing some a little bit, man. Like I said, you gotta be careful when you get all those different. It can sometimes be a double-edged sword, but you just gotta learn. Like Uncle Bob's all about. He's got his certain categories that really matter to him. He's big on like talent metrics, and especially in college football. He's big on talent metrics and all that stuff. He has different categories that he really focuses on. You got to find a few. A big one there is on the Ken Palmer. You need to use that. You need to pay attention to adjusted offensive efficiency, adjusted defensive efficiency, pace of play, tempo, how many shots they're getting up, how deep into the shot clock, especially when you look at your totals. Look at how fast these teams are getting shots up. Y'all hear me talk about Alabama all the time, getting shots up the first 7 to 10 seconds of the shot clock. That's the way they like to play. It tends to make the other team play that way as well. But if you got a team that likes to run off 15 seconds of the shot clock every time, you're obviously not going to get as many possessions, so it's harder to get that game to go over. So make sure you look at all those different little things, but there's so many categories, you got to find some that work for you and your system.
Yep. That is right. I can't believe some of these teams are still are awful on the road. I don't know who those people are. Sorry. But you got anything else in college basketball?
I do not, man. The three I got, like I said, I'll tie them up for y'all in just a little bit. I'll share them on X, and I'll share them over at sportspicks.locals.com. I'm sure Uncle Bob has some picks over at SportsPicks. You'll have to sign up to get those, but I post all of mine for free. They'll be on my X at Cricket1414. Cricket is spelled with 2 T's, or they'll be posted on the newsfeed over at sportspicks.locals.com. But in college basketball day, I only got 3 picks I like, man. Well, I guess 4 because I'm going to bet the money line too. But I like St. John's minus 4.5 at home against UConn. I like Indiana plus 3.5 minus 105 at home against Purdue. I also like Indiana money line plus 154. And then I like UCLA minus 6.5 minus 108 against Ohio State.
Right now, I'm just on the St. John play, and I'm probably gonna take IU.
And
hop on that one with you.
That up, baby. In NBA, I'm going to take that under in the Knicks Celtics game under 231.5. And the Magic Wizards has gone back up a half point to 217. We still like the understeps. What are we open at there?
217.5.
Okay, so we're still under the opening number. So yeah, I am going to bet the under in the Wizards Magic under 217, and I'm going to back off that over in the Thunder Timberwolves because it went back down to 229. So I'm going to leave that one alone. If it moves back up some, it's not until 9:40 tonight, so you might be able to find you something there. Watch the lines the other day. But that's the only 2 NBA plays I'm looking at: unders in Celtics Knicks and under in Magic Wizards. What do you like NBA?
Under in the Knicks Celtics game, under Magic Wizards game, and I like Dallas on the spread.
Okay, Dallas plus 9. And then for hockey, I like the Oilers Capitals under 6.5 minus 115, but I'm also going to put a unit on the under 5.5. It's around plus 110, 114, something like that. I like Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 at even money over the Seattle Kraken. And I probably will put a half unit on Lightning minus 2.5. I think it's plus 180. I like the Blues money line at home plus 124 against the Colorado Avalanche. I like the Maple Leafs Blackhawks over 6.5 at plus 114. And I like the Calgary Flames minus 1.5 plus 110 against the Sharks. And that may be another one there. You can put the half unit on the minus 2.5 for Calgary. And what you just waiting on Buku for the ice, right?
I got a birthday goal scorer. I know that.
Birthday goal scorer. Nick, was it Schmaltz?
He gave out a few in
the chat. For any of y'all that still got your chat open, man, before you close your chat out, you can go back through there and find any of the picks that all these sharp folks put in there. But we got a sharp chat, bro.
2 points, anytime goal scorer.
Hagel? Hagel 2+ points, plus 170, and then anytime goal scorer, what, plus 145 or something?
Yep.
And what up, Derp? How you doing, man? Sunday without football is more depressing than seeing ungrateful Philly fans happy.
Don't remind us.
Well, guess what, y'all?
You got Schmaltz, right? Schmaltz goal score.
Schmaltz or something. Schmaltz. I think he said, what is that, an NHL debut or something today?
Plus, I forget what it was. It's plus money. Plus
35, I think it was. What he said, I couldn't find it back up there, but it's in there somewhere. Nick Schmaltz, I believe it is.
Oilers, I don't know if this is last night or this is today. Oilers minus 1.5, 4-2 final. Is that? I don't know if that was a play.
Say again.
Buku I was going up through the chat and looking at his stuff. He said Oilers minus 1.5, 4-2 final. I don't know if that was last night's recap or an exact.
The Oilers lost 6-3 yesterday.
Okay, so I think he's saying
he likes the Oilers minus 1.5. He also likes the sprinkle on 4-2 exact score.
Gotcha. I think that's it.
That's the one he told me to be careful if I was going to take the under. That's what it was. Birthday boy for Schmaltz, not debut. But yeah, he said if I was going to take the under, just leave it at 6.5 because he thinks it's going to land right on 6.
Also, we have all the NASCAR Stenhouse. They're bet them to wreck each other.
Best bet. Bet Alex Bowman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to wreck each other in the first 5 laps of the damn thing today.
3 hours later. And the winner of the race, Stenhouse Jr. takes the checkered flag.
The closest photo finish in the history of auto racing, and those dudes are going to be 1 and 2.
Boogity boogity boogie. Let's go racing, boys.
Who got really sharp at this last year, man? Eric.
Yeah, no, he's on Bowman, I think. I think he is on Stenhouse. He might be on Stenhouse. Listen, if he's on Stenhouse, I'm gonna look right now.
Cup races. Let me see let me tell you who's gonna win this damn thing today.
Right
now, I'm gonna find me one. I got you a winner right here. Ross Chastain plus 2,200, baby.
Where is his NAS? Okay, he has Chastain as he picked Chastain, Suarez.
Look, I like to be humble, man. I don't like to let y'all know my vast NASCAR knowledge.
Those are his two bets. Chastain is his best bet.
Eric, that was his bet?
Yeah.
I can't take credit for that. That's the only reason I look at Ross Chastain, because he loved this guy last year and he was cashing in for him every time.
He's on him today.
That's the one I usually, that's the guy that always sticks out in my mind. And I did. I feel like every time I'm not going to bet him today, because every time I bet him for you last year was the only time you lost with him, I think.
I feel like we all need a NASCAR driver.
Suarez and Chastain, man. I just like NASCAR's not what it used to be.
Man. I'm gonna go Chase Elliott.
The different. I'll tell you this:
as my driver.
If you've never been to a NASCAR race, even if you think I hate this redneck shit, yada yada yada, all that stuff. If you've never been to a NASCAR race and you get the opportunity to go, bro. It's a freaking party. It's awesome.
Yep, I agree.
Awesome. And the thing is, when I used to go, man, I was like a kid. I wasn't even like a teenager. I think last time I went, I was 12 or 13 or something like that. You got stuff for the whole family to do, dude. It ain't like it's just an adult party. You got stuff for the kids to do.
Indy 500 is cool. I wouldn't go to any IndyCar race or Formula One race outside of like their biggest one. But NASCAR, you can go to. I don't like the short track, like the short oval, like where they can't. It's
like
not
a
really
Bristol
racing.
or a Bristol or a
Bristol's not
high banks. You got
it's not too bad.
You got Martinsville. I think they still race at Martinsville.
The one they had before the Daytona 500 on that was that track was like nothing.
Where were they?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
it was tiny, dude. You can't like even accelerate.
You have that, man. That's the thing, because you want these guys to, over the course of the season, you got to have different. You have road courses. That's a different style of driving. You have short tracks. You have super speedways that they do make. I guess they still do the restrictor plates. They use, the super speedways. They have to put restrictor plates on the car so they don't go too damn fast, so they won't kill each other, because they're obviously all balls to the wall, bumping and grinding out there. So they usually make it restrictor plate to where it cuts them off. Makes them not get to unreal speeds there. But there's all different kinds of strategies going to all these different tracks, man.
I'm dirt track. I love dirt track racing.
Yeah,
like where they slide around on
my papa, my cousin, they live down in Orlando. Racing's big in Florida too. Like my cousin raced quarter midgets. He raced with Mark Martin's son. Mark Martin's son, you pull up Mark Martin's son's like sponsored by Life Cereal and Captain Crunch. And you got my uncle and my papa that are, I mean, they're not broken poor. You can't be poor and do this stuff. But I'm saying it's not a fair playing field when you got Mark Martin's son sponsored by Life Cereal and Captain Crunch, and you're over there trying to squeeze your pennies together to get your car running.
Dirt track racing, I feel like, where the best NASCAR drivers are born. Like if you look at the best NASCAR drivers, they all were dirt track racers.
Man. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys.
Pablo Montoya started in Formula or like IndyCar or something. And
they usually start in what I'm talking about. They usually start in these they're called quarter midgets, and they're almost like little souped up go-karts. And that's usually what they'll race up to about probably 14, 15. Around the time you can probably get your driver's permit. That's when they start going. And there may be a few kids that do younger, but for the most part, around the time you start driving is when you go just to the dirt track and all that stuff, because you are driving a much bigger. The quarter midgets are small, man. They're like little go-karts. Yeah. So you can control that. But as a kid or somebody like that, you don't know that you want somebody controlling a big life-size vehicle at 12 years old.
Braves are playing the Reds, I think, at Bristol this year.
Wait, say it again?
Yeah, the baseball. Braves are playing the Reds at Bristol.
Dude, Tennessee played Virginia Tech at Bristol a couple of years ago. It's still, to this date, the most fans to ever see a college football game in the history. It's like 150-something thousand fans.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Even, like, their stadium's not big enough.
Like it was like, because it's literally like right in the middle, though. Johnson City, Bristol's up in Johnson City, which is a couple hours north of Knoxville, and you come down from Blacksburg, Virginia. It was the meeting point, and it was something cool they'd never done. And NASCAR tracks are bigger than football stadiums. They got more seats in them.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people won't do that because you can't fill all that. That year we did. It was like 156,000 fans or something, I think. So, and No Skin's right, man. I've never been to Bristol. It's kind of crazy. I've been to Atlanta and Daytona numerous times. I've never been to Talladega, which is on my bucket list, and I've never been to Bristol, which is also.
Have you not been to Bristol?
I've been. I just haven't been for the race. Like
but
I've been.
Atlanta Motor Speedway is probably closer to you than Bristol.
It is. Bristol's about 3.5 hours. Atlanta's 2.
Yeah.
So it is closer, but I have seen Bristol, like ETSU. I had some friends that went to ETSU, and I go up there and hang out, and it's right around there. We went over and seen the track one day. I like to see stuff like that. Like when I was down in Tampa, I wanted to go over and see the Buck Stadium, get a picture and all that stuff. I like to see that stuff, even if an event's going on or not.
Yeah, I like trying to get into like college stadiums whenever there's nothing going on. Like the basketball stadiums and the football stadiums.
Like I said, I'm not gonna mess with nothing. I just like to see it, man. I want to walk around and get a little feel for the history. It's cool to walk in places like that because you know some of the people that have walked in those same footsteps.
Yep. I shot a basket on IU's floor whenever.
That's cool, dude. See, that's freaking cool. I walked years ago. I went and watched Duke. I tell you all about when I wore the Long Beach State shirt inside Cameron Indoor and stuff. But hell, that thing's so small, bro.
I know.
I was driving around looking for the stadium. Okay, I'm going to a Duke game. I'm thinking I'm looking for a stadium, Yeah. And I'm just driving around this campus, and all of a sudden I see a line of about 300 people that stretch all the way down this sidewalk, and it looks like this little building. It looks like a building that has classrooms in it, bro.
Yeah,
is what it looked like. And these people are lining. I'm like, well, hell, we got to be close. I don't know what else is going on in this camp because it's at the end of Christmas break. A lot of the students weren't even back yet and stuff. And you get inside there, and it was the year that they won the national championship. It was like John Shire, Plumlees, and all those. I had to walk right by these guys across because we were sitting behind one of the goals. I almost damn near bumped into Mason Plumlee. Excuse me, bro. My bad. Let me get out of your way.
They haven't touched it either. Like it's just they're leaving it. They could have, you know what I'm saying, expanded. They could be making more money in a bigger stadium.
But that's the thing. That's not the advantage. You want that thing small. You want it packed with those camera crazies. Because that's the thing in college basketball, you make a bigger stadium, you really take away some of your home court advantage.
Like North Carolina has a huge stadium.
Mm-hmm. The Dean Dome.
Yep.
So, all right, y'all. We digress, man. But it's been a good show, bro. Gave you a little 2 hours this morning. I appreciate you coming here. You gotta go back to work tomorrow, don't you?
Yep.
All right.
Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry, man. It's all right. You ain't got to go today.
That's right. Get to watch NASCAR.
We'll be back. We'll be back for your morning show in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. I'll do Crick's Corner tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then Steps and I will be back with you on Tuesday evening for Pump the Brakes at 5 p.m. Eastern. What up, Blue? When did you stick in here, man? We did have a contested play. We both surprise you in the NBA. Actually, we got one in college. We both like St. John's -4.5. In the NBA, we both, this total went up in the Celtics-Knicks.
It's still okay.
We're on the under in the Celtics-Knicks game under 232. You can get it now. And the Magic Wizard went back down. So we're just trading half points here. Yeah, we like the Magic Wizard under 216.5.
We put the bet in whenever we read it, right? Like we read it and we put the bet in.
I do. Like when we're doing the shows like this, sometimes I like to watch them because they will move weird throughout the show. But as soon as I get this done right here, I got this whole little list I got typed up. We're just going to click.
You just have to remember when we got in is when the Sharps got in. You know what I'm saying? So we're good. We are the money's Sharps. Mixing. The money's mixing now. We got in at the right time.
That's right.
Because the story's changed. You can't read the line the same way as we read it last night. Because now it's a little market's convoluted.
Yep, a little wonky.
So,
but we will find those little gems for y'all. That's why we are most pro. Your favorite sports show, and all that stuff. Will throws out there for you.
On time, most on time.
No, that I tell them all the time. That shit ain't true. I try to be. I'm always here on time. Y'all should know that. I'm always here.
No, you are. You are. I'm
sitting there. There'll be a few times where that's usually college football season when y'all might see me stumbling a little late on Sunday morning because I've been up way too late yelling at the TV or something.
Yeah,
but I'm here, y'all. So I am most pro and always on time. We can blame Will for the rest of it.
I'm just this is my hobby. So I just show up whenever.
Oh, real quick, shout out to Will though. I did get my Game On Rebel hat yesterday. Came in the mail, so I got one of
These
those.
fit different than the other ones, man.
They fit a little bit different, but I do still like them.
They're not as deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I have to go in here and get my other one and get them both because I'm one of those where once I find the spot, man, I'm like, okay, yep.
The regular Game On one that's the sweet spot. That has but I do like the Rumble logo. If they're not going to give it to us, we got to make our own.
We ain't scared. We're trying to make this thing take off. If they just listen to us.
Listen, they have to know that they have this is a homegrown show from Rumble. Like, yes, it's on YouTube. Yes, it's on everything else. But what other like sports people do they have that pretty much built it from the ground up on Rumble?
I promise y'all, I'm 100% Rumbler. You got all your YouTubers out there and all these things. I'll be honest with you. YouTube kissed my ass.
No, if it wasn't for Will, I would just be like, go away, YouTube. And we can just be Rumble and do whatever the hell we want.
I wasn't overly excited about it. I don't care whose feelings I damn hurt. Y'all, the stupid copyright shit y'all do and the censorship nonsense. You're asshats. And I don't like you worth a damn. But that's just me. I do it because Will wants to do it. I'm a Rumble. I'm all about the Rumble takeover, and I'm a Rumbler. 100%.
Rumble. So I'm with you too.
I like being able to say what I want to say when I want to say it.
Yeah, we could play music. We could play music before the show started for like 5 minutes while people wait. But nope, copyright on YouTube. Bullshit.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, that's the thing. Just because that's what I was talking to SD40 the other day. We were talking about YouTube, and I was like, look, just because YouTube's Coca-Cola, don't mean there can't be a Pepsi.
Pepsi's been around for a long time, and it ain't going nowhere.
The owners of Pepsi ain't sitting eating bologna every night.
That's right.
So, all right, y'all. We're going to wrap this up. I know Step's getting hungry over there, man. You're about lunchtime, ain't it, man?
I'm thinking about food right now.
Well,
I'm always thinking about food, but
that's right. We love all y'all in the chat, man. Each and every one of our friends that came in here, any of the new faces, we love seeing you, man. Come back, smash that like button for it. Give a follow to the channel. We do a morning show every morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, 4:30 a.m. Pacific. And then we have other shows all throughout the week, man. Plus Money Golf's about to come back and join up with us. So we got a lot going on here at Game On. So smash that like button for us. Follow the channel, man. Come back and see us. Hop in the chat. We love having y'all here. But you and your beautiful family stay safe out there today. Good luck in all of your wagers. We'll be back bright and early in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time for your espresso shot. But until then, good luck, good gambling,
and game on.